Fans, I ask that you direct your attention to the center aisle of the Memorial Field grandstand and join me as we welcome captains number 52, Connor O'Donnell, number 54, Alex Mullen, and number 87, Connor Pease, and the rest of our Green Wave football team onto Memorial Field Stadium for tonight's game. Yeah, I got him. All right, turn that down, Bo. Fans, in breaking with tradition this evening, my introductions to the Green Wave will be brief. Ladies and gentlemen, I direct your attention to the 430-yard line on the Abington Green Wave side, the north end zone side. It is my distinct honor and privilege to say the Green Wave are led by, in his 50th year, head coach, Jim Kelliher. Kevin. I'm trying to get it. Yeah. Kevin. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the community of Abington would like to pause before the start of tonight's season opener to pay tribute to Abington Green Wave's football beloved head coach, Jim Kelliher. Jim has announced that this football season will be his 50th and final season as the head coach of the Green Wave. After coaching more than 500 games on these sidelines, we join together tonight to say thank you to Jim for his dedication, guidance, and love of the game, which he shared with so many current and former players and their families. Please direct your attention to midfield, where we are joined by representatives of the Abington Public Schools Administration, by members of the Green Wave football coaching staff, by members of this year's 2023 football team, and by our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Sean Riley.
Thank you, Chris. The name Jim Kelliher has become synonymous with Abington High School football ever since he accepted the head coaching job in 1974. And we members of Green Wave Nation have so many reasons to express our thanks and admiration for all that Jim Kelliher has contributed to the success of Abington High School football and for being a kind-hearted and generous mentor for literally thousands of Abington students over the last 5 decades. I'd like to welcome all the former players and alumni who have made it a point to be here tonight to pay tribute to Coach Kell. Some played in this same field for this same coach in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, while the remainder of you played for Coach Kelliher after the turn of the century. We especially welcome the many members of the Kelliher family who are able to join us here tonight, and to those family members who are joining us in spirit this evening. As one of 10 Kelliher children, Jim has been blessed with a large extended family, and Green Wave Nation would like to thank his family for sharing their father, husband, brother, grandfather, and uncle with all of us during each football season for the last 50 years. We are all witnessing a moment in history tonight as Jim Kelliher, affectionately known to all of us as Coach Kell, is not only a member of the exclusive 300-win club for Massachusetts high school football, but tonight we are celebrating the fact that Jim Kelliher is now the first and only head football coach in Massachusetts high school football history to have coached for 50 or more years for the same high school football team. All of us here in Abington have been blessed in so many ways by your legacy as our coach and as our friend. We are joined here tonight with representatives of the Abington Public Schools Administration for our first presentation to Coach Kell. Please welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Peter Schaefer, Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Felicia Moschella, and Abington High School Principal, Mr. Jonathan Bourne. In addition to coaching, Jim Kelliher was a math teacher at Abington High School for many years, educating students both inside and outside the classroom. Coach Kelliher is the essence of Green Wave pride, and in his 50 years of service to our student athletes and our community as a whole, we have benefited literally thousands of families within Abington and beyond our town's borders. At this time, the Abington Public School Department would like to present a framed commemorative Green Wave football jersey, appropriately jersey number 50. To Coach Jim Kelliher as a token of our thanks to you for your contributions to our school system, our athletic program, and all of our student athletes and their families. Congratulations, Coach Kelliher. For our next presentation, 50 years of coaching equates to over 2,000 football players who have excelled in this gridiron under the guidance and leadership of Coach Jim Kelliher. But those of us who are close to Green Wave athletics know that Jim Kelliher shares his pride for all of our other Green Wave sports teams. Jim is regularly seen sitting in the bleachers at boys and girls basketball games, at volleyball matches, at soccer, baseball, and softball games. Our students and parents see him in the crowd, and they appreciate his unquestioned loyalty, the support he shows by his mere presence at their games, and his pride in all things Abington. In the fall, he's easy to spot in a crowd because he tends to be that 70-plus-year-old guy with a large stature, a big smile, and his infamously green-colored hair. This year's football captains from the Green Wave football team would now like to present another keepsake to Coach Kelliher. On behalf of all the students and student athletes who have attended Abington since the mid-1970s, please accept this print of the Jim Kelliher 50th season tribute graphic designed by D1 Edits and local Green Wave family member Brian Magararu. Coach Kelliher, you are one of a kind, and we here in Green Wave Nation are proud to know you as our treasured coach, as a respected teacher, and as our lifelong friend. The current Abington Green Wave assistant football coaches will make our final presentation to honor Coach Kelliher's legacy and his 50-year career. Down on the field with their team are Coach Kelliher's assistant coaches. All of these coaches have walked the sidelines with Jim Kelliher for many years and have achieved great success under his leadership. And we are very proud tonight to have a special guest with us to join these coaches as we pay tribute to Jim Kelliher. Ladies and gentlemen, when Jim Kelliher played football for Abington High in the mid-1960s, Jim's head coach at that time was also a legend. And tonight we welcome back 100-year-old coach Walter Pastor to Memorial Field to join tonight's tribute so that Coach Pastor can honor his former player and his lifelong friend. Coach Kelliher has accumulated so many Green Wave victories, league titles, and state championships over the years that Abington's Jim Kelliher is now number 4 on the all-time list of winningest coaches in Massachusetts. To recognize his many coaching accomplishments in his record-setting coaching career, our assistant coaches and Coach Pastor are now presenting Jim Kelliher with an engraved golden whistle, recognizing your 50 years of dedication to the Abington High School football program and your everlasting Green Wave pride. And knowing that Jim has announced that this 50th season will be his final season before his retirement, your assistant coaches have also pitched in to purchase a final gift to Coach Kell for your use after the end of this season. Jim, we hope you will enjoy this rocking chair and pillow during the off-season. We know as we all reflect back on the many seasons of success here in the football field, it is truly the kindness, compassion, and lifelong impact that you've had on the lives of our young students throughout the last half-century that we most value and admire. I know I speak for our Abington High School alumni when I say that Coach Kell was instrumental in helping us grow in high school to become more responsible and respectful as young adults. And later in life, we recognize and appreciated the impression that he left on us as a kind and considerate adult who always believed in us and always wanted the best for us. As alumni and as fans of Jim Kelliher, if we are fortunate to share any part of your coaching legacy with the next generation, as you have done with us for the last 50 years, then we can all be confident that your efforts and advice will continue to expand far beyond the sidelines of this football field and we will continue to benefit from the impact and influence of your impressive 50 years of coaching. I know Coach Kelliher wants nothing more than to proceed with the coin toss and get tonight's game started. But before we do so, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a final round of applause to congratulate Coach Jim Kelliher for his amazing 50-year career and to thank him for everything that he's contributed to our school committee and to our town of Abington. Coach Kell, we love you, we thank you, and we wish you the very best during this 50th season as the head coach of the Abington Green Wave.
Congratulations to Coach Kelliher, to the Kelliher family, and to all of the former players and fans of Green Wave Nation who have come here tonight to celebrate Jim's 50-year coaching legacy. We would like to thank our friends from Cohasset for your consideration and cooperation, and we welcome you all to tonight's game.
I won't back down, is what he told me.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the first game of the 2023 sports season with a great tribute to Coach Jim Kelliher. I'm Kevin Whalen, along with me will be Sean Riley very shortly as he comes up from the festivities on the field, celebrating Coach and acknowledging Coach Kelliher's 50th coaching year in Abington High School football. Just a great accomplishment over those 50 years, and a lot of great wins, a lot of great games, a lot of great seasons that Coach Kell has given the town of Abington and the kids from Abington High School. So we're looking forward to a great game tonight between the Skippers of Cohasset and the Green Wave. You know, Green Wave last year had a rebuilding season. I think this year it's going to bode very well for them. Got a very strong sophomore class. We get some big players coming back for the Green Wave. You got Connor Pease, who's the captain. He's a big boy at tight end for the Green Wave. And then you've also got his captain. And then you've got Alex Mullen at number 54, and also Connor O'Donnell as well for the Green Wave. So you see number 52 out there, 54 and 87. That's Connor Pease, the Green Wave captains, to be coming out to midfield for the coin toss for tonight's opening kickoff of the 2023 season. It'll be interesting. It's always difficult to know what's going to happen these first games. You know, you never know with kids coming up, kids leaving, kids graduating, and now it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Of course, Cohasset lost one of their big players, their quarterback Baker, Baker was graduated as well. He was a huge weapon against the Green Wave the last several seasons. So we're looking forward to seeing a great game tonight between the South Shore rivals. It's always the first game of the year here, and it seems like every year Abington plays. In Abington, it's a big win for the Green Wave, and at Cohasset, they always play tough down there, and it's a much tougher game down there. So hopefully that will continue tonight. The Green Wave will have a big victory to start the season. So along with me right now is Sean Riley coming up the stairs. Might have to give him a break, catch his breath. So got the coin toss going on. Captains being the introductions happening tonight. So Abington had some big players, though, this year, Sean. Like talking John McSherry, or Jake McSherry, rather, is, coming aboard for the Green Wave. And you see some big number 73 and 78. Obviously, Connor Pease is a big man as well. So the Green Wave has got some big size this year, which I think is something that's lacked a little bit the last few years.
Yeah, they're pretty confident in the size of their line. They got a lot of skilled guys coming out of the backfield. And Michael Riley, the junior quarterback, this is actually going to be the second full year in the quarterback role.
I think it's going to be very helpful, the experience that Michael gained last year, that Riley gained last year with the quarterback position, as a sophomore, kind of forced into duty when the Salon got hurt and couldn't play last year. And, obviously he had a good season for a sophomore, and kind of looking for, great things from him this year.
Yeah, Cohasset, we don't know much about Cohasset, but we do know that their quarterback is a sophomore, number 1, Mike Wildfire. They
great
always
name.
Have, it is a great name. So he said that to the coach. I'm like, that's a great name for a quarterback. Referee Linehan is out there with his mic.
So
Beautiful night, although it is warm. It's 81
Muggy.
degrees and
Very
humid.
muggy, very muggy tonight.
So I think we're going to see what we normally see first game of the season, but maybe exacerbated. A lot of cramping tonight.
You will, and I think obviously they got to take. You got to take those precautions, with getting hydrated properly, whether it's Gatorade or pickle juice or Pedialyte, whatever you get. I have to get hydrated too, Sean. Whatever you have to do to stay hydrated tonight, because you're definitely going to need
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, please
We're going to pause
stand
for our national
and
anthem.
remove your hats and join the Abington High School Band under the direction of Mr. Tim Leonelli as we honor all that have served and continue to serve our country by giving their all to keep us free and safe with the playing of our national anthem.
All right. We are back and ready for Green Wave football action to start off the 2023 football season. It's the home opener. It's the season
Fans, a
opener.
reminder that there are
It's
no
going to be, I don't know. I'm really interested to see this team come alive out there.
I think it bodes well for Green Wave having a bigger line. Obviously, Abington's kind of really always a run-first offense, or tries to be with the wing T. Cohasset is one of those teams that really do the spread. And so, usually their quarterbacks are pretty athletic and can run as well as, throw the ball. Baker was a big boy. He was about, 6'5" last year, and he was a kid that was very athletic, had a big can for an arm.
Tough
So
to
the
take
Green
down,
Wave
too.
is, tough to take down. So the Green Wave is, glad to see him move on to greener pastures there from Cohasset. So we'll see what Wildfire has. But, this Cohasset really does do a spread, really rely on their quickness and speed, from sideline to sideline, which they generally have quite a few of those kids.
12-minute quarters, and if our cameraman has a chance to pan over to the scoreboard,
I saw that.
folks at home will see a brand new scoreboard here at Memorial Field thanks to the American Rescue Plan Act. It is ARPA money, federal funds that help buy the new scoreboard to replace the 30-plus-year-old scoreboard here. We also got a new scoreboard down the softball field. It also paid to renovate the high school baseball diamond, and we're getting new dugouts for softball, along with all the safety and highway improvements throughout town. We'll talk more about that later as Cohasset lines up to kick off. Nash brothers are back deep inside the 5. AJ and Mason. And here we go to start the season. A nice high end over end kick. Come right down to AJ at his own 7-yard line. He's got a lane. Turn up the middle. Good hole. And it gets tripped up and tackled at about the 30. What a good return to start the season for the Green Wave.
It would have been better if they named the other one Dixon. Mason Dixon.
Brought down by the Skippers, number 8.
But AJ works
No
too.
line,
So
clarity.
nice run there. Good blocking by the Green Wave. Get it out to about the 31.
First and 10 Green Wave on their own 31-yard line.
It looked like there was going to be a little bit of a path there, and Cohasset did a
Yeah.
good job of kind of closing that lane down.
Riley wearing number 10 again this season.
Number 54, I believe, is Bodie Johnson. Nope, that's Alex Mullen is coming out at center.
Yeah, Brody's hurt right now. He'll be back in soon, but Mullen is at center. Shotgun formation for Riley with 2 wideouts on each side. Riley rolling to his
First.
right, looking quick out pattern, and he just overthrows the intended receiver.
Yeah. But Cohasset got a little bit of pressure on that outside, which kind of he had to go sidearm and really couldn't throw it over the top.
Kingston
Maxwell, number 18, was the intended receiver, bring up second down for Abington.
I don't know if I've ever seen a pass in the first play of an opening game, Sean.
Well, there you go, Kev.
I know,
If you
gotta
do it
mix
for
it
as
up.
long as we have, eventually
Mixing it
will.
up.
We haven't done it for as long as Coach Jim Kelliher, but
It's been a pleasure for us to be doing this long and to watch the Green Wave program just grow and improve. It's going to be a handoff right up to Middleton. Looks like Nash again. Gets it up to about the 35.
Picked up about 4 on the play, so it's going to be about 3rd and 6 for the Green Wave.
Yep, that was Mason Nash, number 44, the sophomore. So now, interesting 3rd and 6 call at their own 35-yard line here in the opening minutes of the 2023 season.
It's just interesting, Sean. We don't really know what to expect from the Green Wave. Of course, Connor Pease, big weapon at number 87, the tight end there for the Green Wave.
Yep. Great hands. He's on the near side on the end. Riley rolling to his left.
He's got
Pease going across. Now he's going deep. He's got Maxwell, and it's just knocked away at the last minute. Good defensive play out there.
Yeah, that play took a long time to develop and gave Cohasset a while to get back there. He was open for a bit. Good route by the Green Wave. Nice play by the Skippers.
That was John Shannon, the senior D-back. So it'll bring up 4th and 6 at the 35, which would be, we would think, an obvious punt situation for Abington. He had Pease trailing across underneath about 10, 15 yards downfield. He had Maxwell broke away, had a little distance there. But that'll come as they get their timing down each game. A.J. Nash to kick. The Skippers send one man back. Nash, another left-footed kicker. Kick comes and bounces and
Green
rolls.
Wave bounce.
Yes, it does. Inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Oh, it's a 46-yard kick for the Green Wave with no return.
So Cohasset will come on out with 10:51 on the clock.
First and 10 Skippers on their own 19-yard
The
line.
19-yard line. We'll see now our first look at Mike Wildfire. Liam Appleton, number 2, is one of the senior running backs. He's also a receiver. And you're going to look at the likes of Monahan, number 5. And we'll have to just wait and see what play selection the coaches call here. Coach Pete Afanasiv has been doing this for a number of years.
He's a great coach for Cohasset. He really always kind of puts out a great, gives up a good fight to Green Wave every single year.
Green Wave are up 14 wins over 7 losses this century. Handoff on the right side.
Nice
hit as he gets up about to the
the line of scrimmage.
Really, yeah.
Nice job by the Green Wave interior there.
Yeah, really clogged that up immediately.
I really couldn't tell who made the tackle, but obviously a lot of bodies in there, so no one was getting pushed off the line of scrimmage. Nice effort by those guys. Number 52 there for the Green Wave. Connor O'Donnell in on the tackle.
Second down and 10 for the Skippers.
Shotgun formation. He's rolling to his right now, puts it under. He's going to try to run it out in the right. Ooh, he got popped. Nice shot over the far sideline.
One of the things he did there, Sean, I think that kind of took away from that play, he had kind of trips right, was that he kind of bellied it right along the line of scrimmage. So it really, generally, if he went a little bit further back, it kind of almost gives the defense, we have to play defense or offense. It was almost like he intended to run right away.
Right, as soon as he made that take,
he kind of almost signaled that to the defense. They were able to come up and stop him for, only a short gain of about 4 yards.
LeBlanc was the guy that made that hit on the sideline. Max Monahan is the one running back in the backfield behind Wildfire. He's got 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. He's looking near side. Slant pass covered, and he throws it just behind the intended receiver at the 25-yard line. So both teams look like they're going to go 3 and out to start their season.
Yeah, that was well behind him. And he had a lot of time to throw the ball there, too.
Good coverage downfield by the Green Wave.
I think one of the things, too, what you really got against that is, everyone's so, screens and things like that. Just you don't want to give them that easy yardage. So the Green Wave probably stayed back a little bit on that.
A.J. Nash and his younger brother Mason Nash are down at their own 40-yard line right now. So we wait the kick. Good snap.
Nice high kick.
Good spiral. Going over Mason's way at the 37-yard line. Fakes the handoff. Nice block.
They got the wall.
There's the wall right there. It goes Nash down the sideline over the 40 to the 30. Nash inside the 20. 10 more to go.
Did he make it? Did he make it? He's going to call him out.
Looking for the side.
Touchdown, man of Muskegon! Woohoo!
A 67-yard,
Wow.
63-yard punt return.
Wow.
By A.J. Nash
Holy cow.
and his teammates. They did a great job.
I'll tell you, number
Sorry,
6.
that was Mason, right?
Yeah, that was Mason. Number
Mason.
6 for the Green Wave. Will LeBlanc did an awesome job there because he couldn't hit because it would have been a glide sign block. What he did was he just kind of stood there, and kind of, became a statue and basically took the guy's lane away from him to be able to come and cut and make the tackle. So great job, great blocking, great coaching there by the Green Wave on special teams. I was shocked that Cohasset fell victim to that because Green Wave is doing that play for so long.
Michael Riley lining up for the point after kick. Kick is down.
That looks
Ball
good.
is up. And it's good.
7-0 Green Wave.
Good hold by Nate Duggan.
9:11 to go in first quarter here. Green Wave strike first. It's always good, Sean, we always talk about the big things in high school football. Whenever you can get like a special teams touchdown or turnovers, those are really the things that turn these games around and, make it a long day for the other team. So the Green Wave striking first there, when the special teams is a huge deal.
And it just helps fire up your sideline, It really gets the crowd going, gets the team going, and hopefully gets Coach Jim Kelliher going, who's now starting his 50th season as the head coach here at Abington High School.
Very nice job with the presentation of that today, and well-deserved by Coach Cal.
Yeah, he's quite a guy. Kevin, I know you know what I'm talking about when I say he's much more than a coach to so many people in this town. He's a father figure to so many. The things he does behind the scenes.
Gary Moran's here today.
I'm just going to bring him up.
Gary Moran was used to be a trainer, basically.
Yeah, the team manager.
He's team manager for the from freshman year, and Coach Kelliher and Coach Mayhew actually sent him to a clinic so he could tape ankles. He's now the department head for the physical therapy, and he does that. He's down at Southern Connecticut.
Connecticut, yeah, the collegiate level. He started. I asked Gary, "Why are you here?" He's like, "Because Coach Kelliher started my career right here, giving me the opportunity to be the team manager." Onside kick, and it's going to be smothered right at the 50. Bobbled at first, but then smothered. Nice job. Look at Abington coming out, throwing out some tricks here.
Abington's kick was recovered and down.
So it'll be 9:11 on the clock. Cohasset with the ball right at midfield.
First and 10 Skippers.
Green Wave go 3 and out. Cohasset goes 3 and out. And then Green Wave run it 63 yards to pay dirt. We're right at the 50-yard line. Out they come again with the 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Wildfire has a running back to his left. Looking to throw a little bubble screen to the right side. Some good job shedding a block out there. I think that was Nash.
Nice job by Cohasset.
Mason Nash.
It was a nice setup play. Nice 5-yard pickup for Cohasset.
They get right up on the line of scrimmage with a hurry-up offense.
If they actually, you can see over there, they have the plays.
Oh, the cards they hold up.
Right, so it's either one or the other. That means what play they're going to run. Everybody knows that they look at their wristbands.
See if you can decode that, Kevin, sometime during the game, okay?
Okay.
Wildfire to give up the middle.
Nothing doing there.
No.
Oof.
That was Monahan, I believe.
Dances to the line of scrimmage, but Green Wave had that really smelt out. They had 4 or 5 guys right there.
Bring up third down. Monahan's also a sophomore along with the quarterback Wildfire. Liam Appleton is the senior number 2. You'll see him a lot on the wideout situation.
You're probably going to see the bubble screen again, Sean.
Appleton's out wide to the near side right now.
Get Appleton try to get him into a little bit of a rhythm.
Wildfire calls his cadence. Needs 5 for the first down. Looking to pass. Drops back. Looking for time. Now steps up. He's going to try to run for it, and he's going to be... Oh, he's knocked out. I think he stepped out a yard short.
Yeah, I do too. I think
at about the 41.
Yep, he's going to mark it short.
Yeah. So 4th and 1 at the Abington 41. Bring up an interesting
a nice
question.
read by him, but that's the difference between a senior, and a sophomore there, Sean. Being able to pick up that first down. So 4th and 1.
41-yard line.
Abington switching some bodies. They start again from the shotgun to Wildfire. Put a man in motion. Hand off to Monahan up the middle. He's got to get the first. Good hard run in there by the sophomore.
Yeah, just stuck his nose down there and drove his legs. Was able to pick up a couple.
Monahan on the carry for the Skippers.
Couple of new rules this year. One of them, which is interesting,
Don't we have enough rules?
When you're downfield, you see a lot of the defensive backs using the shoulder tackle, and they kind of dive at the player, try to take his legs out or whatever. You can no longer do that. You have to wrap.
Okay.
So You won't see that. You can do it, backfield against a running back or whatever, but downfield, you need to wrap and not just use your body as a missile.
Bringing some pressure there.
Picked off at the 21-yard line. Coming back the other way for the Green Wave.
It's Nash.
That's Nash. A.J. Nash with it.
Looks up behind. Whoa, okay.
And he's going to be walked out of bounds at about the 48-yard line.
Well, the Green Wave brought the blitz, and I think that's what created that ball sailing a little bit, Sean. He got hit right as he released the ball. So nice job by the Green Wave calling that blitz.
A.J. saying, hey, Mason, you're not going to be the only guy in the paper here.
Wow. Look at that. The Nash brothers. Or should we say the Nasty brothers?
Mike Wildfire's
Referee, is there a flag down out there?
The Green Wave's number 29, A.J. Nash.
Oh. Might be going.
Holding against.
Oh. On the return. Must have been on the return.
So the referee didn't know how to shut off his mic before the game, and now he doesn't know how to turn it on during the game.
It's the first game of the year. He's, it's like preseason, Sean.
Sorry, it wasn't the referee. I'm sorry, Referee Linehan. It was Chris Nagel.
Wow, just throw him right under the bus, both of them, Sean.
So the ball's at the 37. 7:25 on the clock. Tight formation. Riley right under center. Puts man in motion, now gives left side, and going to be a couple of yard pickup. Nice driving.
It's number 2 there for the Green Wave, Ryan Salamini.
Yep.
It's Ryan Simonetti and then Ryan Salamini.
Yeah, that's going to mess me up.
I know. That's
number 2, Ryan Salamini, a sophomore. Number 3, Ryan Simonetti, a senior.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, boy.
Second down for the Green Wave.
Nice run there by number 2 for the Green Wave.
Again, good downfield coverage by Abington, which is tough usually in high school football, especially early in the season. But they got that interception pretty cleanly.
Great 6-yard pickup there for the Green Wave, and that's exactly what you want on first down.
High backfield now.
He's got room. Nice job. Nash just powering right over for about another 7-yard pickup. 6-7 yard. Nice job.
Gets it over midfield to the 49.
A.J. Nash on the carry.
Well, you might not see the Green Wave passing if the running attack is getting 5-6 yards of whack, Sean.
Yeah, I just hope that everyone down there, both the white shirts and the green shirts, stays hydrated tonight, because nothing more frustrating than when you get that cramp in the third quarter and then you kind of...
we'll never forget the game down Duxbury. That was like a 4-hour game.
Oh. 2 men in the backfield again behind Riley. The wind picks up right to left across television screen. LeBlanc with it. LeBlanc now turns up, gets turned around at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, gets about 4, though, on the play. So gets up to about the 45, which is a nice 4-yard pickup for the Green Wave. And it's, that could be interesting, Sean, because it seems like it's coming from the, from the south. So the wind is definitely picking up. I don't know if it will have an effect on the game at all as we move on. But hopefully it's bringing in some cooler air.
Yeah, really. It is helping out the crowd here. A good crowd here at Abington's Memorial Field. This field was constructed just after World War I as a memorial for our veterans, and then expanded as the years went on to add the baseball field, the track, and all. A little blank in motion. It's the counter underneath, and good job by Cohasset underneath.
Yeah, nice job. Number 77 staying at home, and also the middle linebacker in there was able to get in there as well with that tackle.
Yeah, it looked like Teddy Fox, number 77, and Declan Lee, number 57, 2 of the captains for Cohasset.
How many people from Abington are walking around with some cinder in their knees, Sean, from wiping out on the old cinder track?
That's right.
Yeah.
Third down and 7.
So 3rd and 7 now. Riley's going to be thrown into the wind here. Kind of comes and goes and bursts.
The Green Wave, if they get 5 or 6 yards on this play, go for it too, because they'll be down around the 40-yard line. I could see them going. This almost being 2-down territory for the Green Wave.
Maxwell out wide to the near side. Riley fakes the handoff, spins. Maxwell going deep. They go underneath the Pease. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 87, Connor Pease, with a great effort diving for it at the 33.
It'd be interesting to see if they go for it here.
Line of scrimmage is at the 47.
I think it was like 4th and 4 that you might see them go for it here, but I think, with the 4 and 8.
And they're just going to try to pin Cohasset back.
So we come in 5:07 here in the first quarter.
One man back deep is number 2, Liam Appleton. Got some pretty good wheels. A.J. Nash is going to punt for the Green Wave.
Liam Appleton back deep for the Skippers.
Good high kick by Nash. Going to bounce down. And can't see with the shadows. It's rolling still inside the 20. Nash is getting the good rolls.
Down by the 17.
Yeah.
So Tom McGuire texted back because, Gary Moran's nickname was Doc when he was here. And he said, tell me he has his PhD so we can really call him Doc now. And I said, yes, he does.
So the ball, I'm waiting for them to officially mark it. I think it's a 17.
Yeah, it looks about the 17-yard line.
4:52 left to go here in the first quarter. Green Wave up 7-0 after an exciting 63-yard punt return by Mason Nash with the Riley PAT kick to follow.
I'm wondering if, coaches, Sean, at this point are going to be calling more timeouts, to, hydrate rather than strategically at this point.
Yeah.
Just because you want to make sure your players are getting necessary fluids in on these hot days.
And I think the referees can and will do that also, especially in change of possessions. They'll tell them to go get hydrated. And I think that's what's happening now because each team has 3 timeouts per half.
Right. But the other thing, too, is, it's not a turf field, which helps because, the turf fields tend to, absorb the heat, a lot more than a natural turf field, which we have. So
I want to thank Channel 7 News for being here to tape part of the Jim Kelliher festivities.
I saw that.
These federal ARPA monies are also used to purchase a new scoreboard and new dugouts for the varsity softball diamond.
Green Wave comes out here on defense. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cohasset Skippers at the 17-yard line.
Playground and to fund other safety and capital investments throughout our town. We appreciate the investment of a portion of our federal ARPA monies into our recreational areas.
All right, we're getting ready here to continue on with the first quarter of play. Sean Riley and Kevin Whalen bringing this Green Wave football action along with Kevin, Ian, and Paul. And who? And David's here too? David's here too. Wow, we got a crew of 4.
Crew of 4?
Jeez, Kev. We're getting high maintenance now.
It's like the Thursday night league game, Thursday night football, opening day.
All right, 1st and 10 for Wildfire. He's got two wideouts to each side. Now puts a shift on, makes 3 on the near side, handoff up the middle, and there it is.
Big 44 for the Green Wave, takes him down.
Who's that? But Mason Nash.
Mason Nash, all over the place. The Nash boys are all over the place.
But when linebackers are making the tackle, that means also that your big guys up front are also doing their job.
Yeah, they're taking the thing. They can take the lane right to the ball, and that's exactly what happened there. Mason Nash is able to slant off his blocker.
Who
we got up there in the middle? Looks like Jonathan Sharp Hunt, number 61. We got a flyby from Canadian Geese there. 2nd down. Quick throw outside, a little bubble screen to number 4. And, great tackle.
Play. That was a great play. Who is that? It's Nash? Nope,
no,
that's
it's Connor Pease.
Connor Pease showing some quickness there, flashing out into the flat from his defensive end spot.
Shane Mulcahy, he thought he had 10, 20 yards to go, and Pease came bursting from the line of scrimmage.
Only a 1-yard pickup there, so nice job by the Green Wave D.
Wow.
One of the things I've said, defensively, what you really need, I think, to have a successful high school team is good defensive end play. And because what that does is really it contains them from the outside, being able to get outside.
Yeah.
So it really takes away a lot. And usually a good defensive end that can contain can also put pressure on the quarterback, which just makes it a lot easier for your defensive backs.
4 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Wildfire's alone in the backfield, looking to throw.
Pease
looking to cross. He's thrown high again, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, Pease is double covered there the whole way. They got 2 guys on him.
And they were only looking at number 2, Liam Appleton.
So one of the things, Sean, there, I think, too, and that's why when they blitzed earlier, that it was effective. Because what they're doing is they're double teaming Pease on this left side. If you blitz on the outside of Pease, you're going to have a straight runway to the quarterback.
So we're looking for another Cohasset punt here with the Nash brothers standing at their own 48-yard line.
Green Wave should get the ball around midfield.
Unless we run it back again. Another good kick.
Another great kick.
Mason's way. Drops it. Ball's loose. Jesus. And we jinxed them. Cohasset's going to find it at the 46 of Abington.
Yeah.
Well, those things happen.
Yep, the ball was a little bit of a wobbler there.
Yep.
Coming down. Defense will go back out. Well, that's the thing, we talk about it, but giving a team like Cohasset second chances, you got to stay away from it. But defense has been playing well.
I was going to say before they had that change, Connor O'Donnell, number 52, and Steve Wojciechowski at 57. You'll see in between the tackles on the defensive side. you're going to hear a lot. Actually, you probably won't hear a lot of it because those are the guys that are really, set the tone for the defense in the trenches.
I think you're going to look to see them do something deep. Usually when you get a turnover, this team will do that.
Another kind of bubble screen, but incomplete.
Yep.
That was intended receiver that time was number 13, Will Norgott.
They're really trying to get him into some type of rhythm, Sean, to be able to throw the ball there. But he's been comfortable with the bubble screens.
I think we only had one completion, the first one.
The first one was, the first one out there for a few yards, like 4 or 5, right?
So it'll be 2nd and 10 now at the Abington 46-yard line. 7-0 Green Wave lead with 3:10 to go. I'll send a shout out later. All right, 2nd down. Again, they go in motion to put trips to the left side. They flare them out back. They fake that. Wildfire trying to set up a screen. Connects with number 5. Wojo trying to get to, sorry, that's not Wojo, it's O'Connell. Really, it's O'Donnell. Number 52 is with chasing him down from behind. I think it's enough for the first, Kev.
Definitely the first down there for the Skippers.
Monahan on the receiving end of that little screen. Good call. It'll move the stakes now. Well, let's see. Why aren't they moving the stakes? You got a flag down on the field.
There might be a holding penalty right about the 41.
A 10-yard penalty against the offense.
Right. It was a Green Wave player that had 2 players on him, so. Now that I'm mature, Sean, I don't call it out like I used to.
So 2nd down, they're moving back to the 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 15. So take that first down play off the board. They got trips to the left. Wildfire back to throw. Looking across the middle. It's going to be completed to number 2. And nice open field tackle. A lot of green shirts now trying to rip it away.
He's going to call it dead.
Mike Wildfire's pass is complete to number 3.
That was
Green Wave players ended up with it, but I think they're going to say that his forward progress was stopped.
Yep.
So it's going to be just back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 here for the Green Wave's doing a very good job of, like, when they do complete the ball, of like kind of focusing down and getting to the ball quickly. They're showing good speed, kind of sideline to sideline speed, good quickness.
3rd and 11. Again, a similar formation with 3 on one side, 1 on the other. Wildfire looking to throw. Puts it up. Nice pass. Going to be taken down at the 40. Be short of the first, though.
Yeah, geez. I mean, every time he throws and has a completion, there's a couple of Green Wave players right there on him. So pick up about, 6 there. It's going to be 4th and 4.
Brought down by the Green Waves, number 11, Nate Duggan.
And the coach did a nice job, though, of sticking with him and trying to get him into this rhythm. And I think you can see him growing as the game goes on here. That Wildfire has completed a couple passes now. Seems to be throwing a little bit more, I think, assertively.
A lot of passing, not much running from this team just yet. They're going to throw once again. Wildfire putting it downfield, and it is.
Catch that?
I don't know. No, it's incomplete.
Okay. I was going to say, that would be a heck of a catch.
It was. It was a great effort. And was that LeBlanc or someone from the safety position?
Yeah, that was LeBlanc
over the top.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been a heck of a catch. I'm like, there's no way that's overthrown. And all of a sudden, he was there. So good effort there by the Cohasset player.
All right, so with 1:53 on the clock in the first quarter, the Green Wave will take the ball back at their own 40-yard line.
1st and 10, Green Wave.
Do the cheerleaders have taped music down there?
It sounds like they may.
I think they do. All right, 1st and 10. My nephew, Michael Riley, out there under center with an eye backfield. Kingston Maxwell out wide to the far side. Give up the middle to Nash.
Keeps it going. Nice spin move to pick up that yardage, Sean. I mean, doesn't look pretty, but that was something. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage, did a nice little spin move, was able to kind of pick up that 4 yards. So a hard-fought yardage there, but the Green Wave, but 4 yards will take that pickup. I
want to
remind you, a special town meeting on Saturday morning, October 14th at the Abington High School Auditorium. Saturday morning, 9 a.m., October 14th, special town meeting. Not a large list of things to talk about on the warrant, but 2 very important ones. One is a change of the zoning bylaws at the old Naval Air Station, and the second one is to fund the new fire station DPW project. We can talk more about that one later. Second down. Riley rolling to his left.
He's got room.
Gets
He
in
can
real
run.
estate. Now throws back.
He's
got
got
Kingston Maxwell. Oh! Maxwell was looking downfield with it before he hauled it in. Hit him right in the hands. Yeah, that'll never happen again.
Well, Riley could have run the ball, too, for the first down. I think he really had an open flat out there.
Oh, Kingston's going to be dreaming about that one.
But Kingston was wide open. He delivered a perfect ball.
That's a tough break for the Green Wave and for both players at that end. Good blocking by the offensive line, too, giving Riley the time he needed.
So gives 3rd and 6. Absolutely. He had good timing, had good, nice rollout, nice route there.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 now. Coach Kelliher and his assistant coaches in the white shirts this year.
I thought they were doing their beach photo.
Pease lines up at the right side as a tight end. They got 2 men in the backfield with Riley. 44 and 29. It's the Nash brother. Oh, hold on. Is there a timeout being called?
Delay a game. Delay a game.
Yep, it is a delay game.
Makes it a little more difficult. 3rd and about 11.
All right. So that might change the play.
Number 12 down there for the in those huddles is Jack Riley, the freshman quarterback.
3rd down and 11 for the Green Wave.
Here we go, Green Wave now. Riley in the shotgun formation. 2 wideouts to each side. He's rolling to his left. Looking, he's going to hit. He's going to be taken down back at the 30-yard line for a sack. Ran out of time, ran out of space.
Yeah, could never get his feet set. And, that's a good job, though, and good maturity there because he didn't throw the ball just to get rid of it. And I think, you got to eat it sometimes, and that's exactly what he did there. He couldn't get his feet set to throw the ball downfield. You'd rather have that than get it picked off.
So with the ball at the 31, and brings out 4th and long, 4th and 19. Green Wave will bring in the punt crew. Liam Appleton will be standing at his own 40.
The lone returner there for
Ryan Solomini is out far to the wide side, wide to the far side. Ryan Simonetti to the near side. Good kick again, but going to be grabbed right out of the air at the 41-yard line by Liam.
Blocking the back there. Yep.
And taken down. Good tackle, open field by Jake Tikenoff.
Yeah, there's going to be a block in the back at about the 48-yard line.
Kevin, you are good picking up these things, huh?
I didn't say anything until he threw the flag.
For the Skippers, brought down by the Green Wave from the 45.
Pushing the back, blocking the back.
Picking off. You're a flag on the flag.
They wave off the flag.
I don't know. He threw it pretty emphatically. I'm just saying.
That's the end of the first quarter with the Green Wave with that 7-0 lead. Both teams' offenses have really not done much yet.
No, they haven't.
It's the big difference being the punt return by Nash. And, Abington's had some open passes. He had a couple of just misconnections or near misses.
Right. Probably some, first game jitters.
Yeah.
Getting out of the way here.
Cohasset relying heavily on the passing game, but it hasn't been they haven't had a lot of success just yet. Looks like they don't have a lot of confidence in their running game, and maybe that says something about the Abington defensive line, too.
First we have Jocelyn Healy, Jada Flavin, Avery Faulkner.
Chris Nagel's now going to try to read off the names of the Abington cheerleaders.
Jordan Fonseca, Kylie Fonseca, Marissa Ercolano, Michaela Solomini, Allison
24.
Magnuson, Maeve Coe.
Quite a few. That's a big list.
Curvels.
I want to thank Pete Serino and Bud Madden for all they do to get these games running, all the behind-the-scenes work. We're here like 3 hours before the games and usually 1 to 2 hours after the games.
Well, it's interesting to see Coach Pastor was here as well.
Yeah.
Coach Pastor, you mentioned, is over 100 years old or just turned 100 this past
He'll be
year.
101 in December. And his older brother is still with us also.
103? Skinny 103?
He's 102, I think, right now.
So,
unbelievable.
Yeah. And Walter, started coaching 1947-ish, 48-ish?
And he was the vice principal at Abington High School. Great guy. He's always been a dear friend of my family, and I know he's been a dear friend of the Kelliher family. I want to send a shout out to, I see my mother here, my wife is here, my sister, my brother-in-law, my aunt.
Kathy's getting a quota in.
First and 10 Skippers from the Green Wave 46.
All right, Skippers now, 1st and 10. In the shotgun again, wideouts at each side, handoff right side. Looking to get around the corner is number 3, and he's going to get the first.
Right.
The first down. That was Appleton.
It's their first real, really first, big gain on the ground against the Green Wave tonight. So Cohasset getting a nice block. They just were able to crash down the line and was able to get him outside.
First and 10 Skippers on the Green Wave 42-yard line.
First down once again now for the Skippers in their white away jerseys. Wildfire, again, the handoff to Appleton. Appleton trying to get around the left side. He's got one blocking back in front of him. Looking for a hole. He gets about 6 or 7 on the play.
One of the Abington players kind of bit on the inside a little bit, allowed him to get out. You got to be careful on that and, make sure that you stick to your assignment there.
Bring up 3rd and what? We got Kev 4. Oh, sorry, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, I'd say it's almost 3. Just second.
Oh,
and
they
3.
moved it up to the
So
35. Okay, yeah. 2nd and 3.
Good 7-yard pickup by Cohasset. They're on the move.
See if they go to the air or stay on the ground in this one. Wildfire with the shotgun. Hands it off. Oh, he's going to be hit right up in the middle.
That's a gloss, though, right?
Yeah. First guy in on that one was number 51, Andrew Kerr. Pease was there to help
That's
out.
a big 2-yard loss there. So they're going to make it a 1-yard loss. So it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Really happy to see a lot of the alumni that came here for this game just to make sure that Coach Kell
had John Burke here tonight.
Yeah, actually John McSherry. I mean, there's
Brian McSherry.
Names from every generation here and from every decade of the 50 years that Jim Kelliher has coached. 3rd down and 4 now. Blitz from the Green Wave, going to the left side. Wildfire gets the first, gets it up to about the 31-yard line.
And that's what makes this offense, when you start kind of having to guess, who's going to be carrying the ball, if it's a keeper or not. And what he does is he's going to hand that off, but if he has a lane like he had, he's going to take that opportunity and tuck the ball and run. So he's got to that 10-yard marker, so it's going to be, 1st and 10 from the 31.
1st and 10 for the Skippers.
Wildfire looking over the defense. Going to hand it off right up the middle, trying to find some room.
Nice job there by the Green Wave. Who's that? Number 22 for the Green Wave.
That's going to be Jack Bones.
Aiden McClellan.
Sorry, Aiden McClellan. Yeah,
Aiden McClellan, number 22 for the Green Wave. Nice job getting in there, shooting the gap. No pickup.
Keeping that McClellan name alive.
2nd down and 10.
Love this new scoreboard. It's an LED scoreboard. It's bright. You can even see it during the daytime. We used to have problems during Thanksgiving Day games. Not with this new scoreboard. We've already tested it out during the daytime. 2nd down. Going left side. Is it Liam? No, he's going to be stopped. Spun around. Hitting the backfield.
Job.
Again, gang tackling by the Green Wave.
Well, we were just talking about assignments and missing, kind of jumping in or, jumping in on the guy. Right there was a perfect example of the Green Wave kind of holding that edge on the outside. He had nowhere to go. So nice job. Even though he kind of juked on the inside before he turned it outside, he was able, the Green Wave was definitely able to kind of contain him. So nice job for a big loss there.
Yeah, it looked like LeBlanc, Duggan, McClellan, and Pease all helping out.
It brings up a 3rd and 14 here for the Skippers.
See if we go to the air here. Looks like Liam is out on the far side.
He's passing.
We're going to throw. That's where he's going down the sideline, and he goes up for it. Did he get to come down with it? No, it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's a long pass.
He missed it.
I think that would have been it would have been close to being out of bounds as well. So
yeah.
Not a bad throw though.
Well, he definitely likes to throw to Appleton once again, and Appleton looks like he has the ability to go up and get it, but he just couldn't come down with that one.
I think the Green Waves, I think they're better kind of putting pressure on him to make that quicker, earlier decision, Sean, because get rid of the ball earlier than he wants to. Like right there was a good example of kind of where he had time, and he has a pretty good arm. He can throw it down the field.
Timeout on the field before they make their 4th down decision here.
I think,
So Jim Kelliher.
It was a play out here, Sean, that I thought almost it looked like they were set up to do the hook and lateral there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
You know, and I thought they were going to do it earlier, like kind of when they were at about midfield at the 45-yard line earlier. I wonder if they're going to try to do something like that, where they kind of do do that bubble screen, but one of the guys kind of falls off blocking and then is going in the other direction.
Right.
With misdirecting the Green Wave and able to get the pitch.
So I was just thinking about Jim Kelliher, how long he's been here. So if you were playing football at Abington High School when the first iPhone was sold in 1997, then you had Jim Kelliher as a coach. Or if you were playing football when the internet was created in 1983 and you played here at Abington High School, you had Jim Kelliher as a coach. If you played at Abington High School during the blizzard of 78, or when you had Jim Kelliher as a coach. He didn't play during the blizzard of 78 because that was in February. But if you were playing in Abington High School football during our nation's bicentennial in 1976, you had Jim Kelliher as the head coach. If you were born in 1958, when Dwight D. Eisenhower was the President of the United States, and you later grew up and played football for Abington High, then you had Jim Kelliher as your head football coach. Number 4 on the list of all-time winningest high school football coaches in Massachusetts, and as I announced earlier, the first coach in the history of Massachusetts high school football to serve as head coach of the same high school team for 50 or more years. Quite a legacy for this guy.
Absolutely. It's a long time, that's for sure.
Looking to throw here, 4th and long. Got to get it down to the 21. Goes up across, he does complete, but it's short of the first.
That's a great coverage there by number 11 for the Green Wave. Nice job. Nate Duggan came up with a big play there. He picked up about 13, needed 14. I'm telling you, Sean, though, you can't give him time. You need to put pressure on him.
Yep. They got some athletes out there in the wings going out for those passes, so you're right. You got to put pressure on the sophomore quarterback. They marked the ball at the 24-yard line.
7:59 to go here in the second quarter.
See what the Green Wave do here. I'm sure they'd love to put another 7 on the board before the halftime break.
Absolutely.
In the backfield, we got number 44, Mason Nash. They give it to
Passing.
Looking to throw, going down deep. Looking for Ryan Simonetti. He had some wheels there. Just all timing play. Ball's incomplete, but I like them going for the jugular on that one.
Well, he definitely had a couple steps on him.
Riley just let that one fly.
He did. I mean, that was gone about the 35, 40?
Yeah.
50-yard toss.
And I also like how he threw it long enough that
30, 45.
only the guy wearing the green shirt had a shot at that. He wasn't going to come up short and give the safety of the cornerback an opportunity. Second down, though. Maxwell out wide to the near side of the field. In the backfield, again, is number 44, Mason Nash. Put a man in motion.
Green Wave, they've got some room out here.
That's A.J. Nash with the ball. He's going to be hog-tied and take it down, but not until after he picks up a good 4 or 5. A.J. Nash.
Yeah, the Green Wave had a lot of blockers out there. One Cohasset player was able to kind of get through that wall there and made a nice play on the defensive side. But the thing is, the 4-yard helps now because it definitely makes it a much easier 3rd and 6 is obviously a lot easier than a 3rd and 10.
Right.
And this is what we were talking about. Connor P's been a big integral part. Which we really have never seen the tight end being an integral part. I don't think. It's probably like Billy Judkins was probably the last guy. I mean, it's been a long time. So it's going to be interesting to see the Green Wave with a really efficient tight end.
Jake McSherry, the left tackle, gets down in his stance. High backfield for the Green Wave. They show blitz up the middle. Riley to throw. Riley's got to scramble, though. He's got pressure. He's going to be taken down back at the 18-yard line. Green Wave trying to fake the handoff. Riley's helmet came off, so he's going to have to come out for a play, or they're going to... Well, they got the
punt anyways.
Punt anyhow, yep. So second sack of the game for the Cohasset Skippers.
20, Charlie Radinsky.
What are they marking it at the
16? 17. It's about a 10-yard loss. It's
19.
funny, he had good protection on the right side. The left side kind of broke down. And he kind of was trying to roll left. And that's, obviously how he throws. He's a righty thrower.
Right.
A.J. Nash, the punt for the Green Wave.
Again, one man back, standing right at midfield.
Nice snap. Nice low kick.
End over and kick. Oh.
Bullet.
I was going to say, if he didn't catch that, the thing was rolling for another 20 or 30 yards.
Yeah, he came up, number 22 for Cohasset, did a nice job of coming up and snatching that ball at about the 47.
22 is Gus Green.
And that's one of the things, too, with the low liner there. It did not give the Green Wave a lot of time to get down there for coverage, so he was able to have a nice pickup. Gives great field position here with just under 6 minutes to go for Cohasset.
5:59 on the clock here in the second quarter. Sean Riley and Kevin Whaley bringing this Green Wave football action. Whew. A little under the weather, Kev, trying to
get through it, Sean. Make sure you stay hydrated.
Well, that's part of my problem. I can't drink much either. All right, 1st and 10. They throw outside left, a little bubble screen of sorts. Nice cut back by number 4, gets a couple extra yards, then upended. Number 4 is Shane Mulcahy.
Nice 17-yard, 16, 17-yard pickup there. Down to about the 20.
That'll move the stakes.
Cohasset's been living, in the Green Wave's end zone. Side of the ball at 50, pretty much this whole second quarter.
Speaking of moving the stakes, got to thank our guys who worked the stakes. Dan Reardon, Steve McGuire, and
Steve Wakeland?
Adam Nash.
Oh, Steve Wakeland retire?
No, they tried to force him out. He's still here. 1st and 10. Give up the middle. A little shimmy, and then they're going to be taken down, though, about 3 yards downfield. Bring up a 2nd down, coming down near the 5-minute mark.
Aiden McClonnelly on that tackle. Picked up about 2 or 3 there.
Green Wave D looking for a big stop here or a turnover. They'd like to turn around and march it downfield. It's turned into a nice night where it was humid and uncomfortable earlier. Now it's nice.
Cohasset's done a nice job, though, of kind of spreading the Green Wave defense, and I think they really have them guessing kind of what's going to be happening now on their offensive side of the ball.
In the backfield with Wildfire right now is Max Monahan. He looks to throw. Looking down the left. Oh, ball's knocked in the air.
Yep, that was Pease.
Yep. Big number 87 with the bear claw up in the air.
Mike Wildfire's pass.
He was going down the sideline once again. So that's a big play there. It goes incomplete, bring up 3rd down. Stops the clock at 4:39.
Yeah, Wildfire seems like he's a pretty fairly tall kid.
Yeah. Still just a sophomore. And here they come out now. 3rd down. And we'll call it 7, right?
Yeah, 3rd and about 7.
Looking to throw. Looking to his right. Putting it up. Going in the corner. He's got a man. It's going to be
out of bounds.
Yep, just overthrown. They bring up 4th down now.
He had a little step on the Green Wave player there, so the ball was just thrown a little bit shorter. He would have had 6, so it's going to be 4th and about 7 here.
It's going to be 4th down and 7.
From the 17-yard line.
Sean, they've had a little success running, you would think, because they've thrown the last couple passes here. You would have thought they would have mixed it, especially when you're so close, because you're definitely in 4-down territory.
Or maybe like a draw.
A draw or anything. Maybe I'd look out for the screen right here. I know it's a little shorter, when you're inside the 20, but...
Monahan in the backfield with Wildfire. They're looking to throw.
There it is.
Drops back, going across the middle, and it's picked off by the Green Wave at the 8-yard line. I think Duggan came down with it at the end of it all.
That was a little ping pong. It looked like Cohasset player hit it first, then a Green Wave player hit it, and then the Green Wave player caught it.
Nate Duggan with the INT.
Was intercepted by the Green Wave's number 11, Nate Duggan.
Big pickup, heads-up play there, Duggan.
The tip drill comes to fruition there. He runs it back out to the 17-yard line.
Which was above the line of scrimmage, right?
What's that?
That was above the line of scrimmage.
The original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage there for the...
4:18 to go.
See if the Green Wave can get something going here. They got plenty of time here in the second quarter.
Abington comes out. Riley under his center. 2 men in the backfield. Looking to throw. He's rolling right. Quick out pattern to Maxwell. 1st down. Move the stakes.
Nice quick rollout. That's the thing. You got to get rid of the ball quicker. That's what you got to do.
That was
good rhythm.
Beautiful pass right in the hands. And Maxwell did a nice job.
It's a simple down and out pattern. Yep. He had it down on the stakes at the 10-yard line.
And that's what you need. You need both of those guys to get in that groove, and then they become very dangerous. We'll see what happens next here. Fresh set of downs now. 1st down and 10, just over the 27-yard line.
With the wing tee.
Riley gives to A.J. Nash. A.J. puts his shoulder down, gets an extra 3 yards. Other guys wouldn't have got.
Well, the one thing the Green Wave has not done, and what Cohasset hasn't done it either tonight, though, they haven't given up the big plays, Sean. So, anytime when you're taking time off the clock here, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to give the ball. If you do go, if you're not successful here, you want to give it back to them when they don't have a lot of time left on the clock.
Second down and 6 for the Green Wave.
Behind us, you can hear the velvety voice of Chris Nagel.
Bo Ryan is the...
If you'd like the job as PA announcer at Abington, we are taking
applications.
Second down, looking to throw is Riley. Looking for the down and out again. That one goes a little bit high. And it'll fall incomplete, bring up a third down for Abington.
It was Maxwell again.
Backup quarterback is number 12, Jack Riley, who's a freshman. I hear he's a lefty, and I haven't seen Jack play. Shame on me, he's my other nephew. But I hear he can sling the ball pretty well.
A little bit of swag.
Yeah, I don't know. Confidence?
Confidence.
Maybe. That younger brother thing.
Exactly.
Third down and about 6 for the Green Wave. Mason Nash in the backfield. They pitch to LeBlanc. LeBlanc coming right at you on the television screen.
Get up
LeBlanc,
there.
nice job. Cut. Great cut by Will LeBlanc, knowing where he needed to be for the first down. And he just kind of changed direction and got 5 more yards.
Yeah, he was running out of line, out of ground there, going to the sidelines. Just did a little cutback, had a little bit of a seam there, was able to pick up that first down, bring the ball out to about the 41.
Great vision by LeBlanc. I mean, that's, he's a senior, and he just really did a great job of following the blocks, letting the play develop in front of him, and taking advantage of it.
Well, again, the Green Wave had a nice wall set up, Sean. This time the player wasn't able to get through like last time, so that's why it was much more successful.
First and 10 now at the 41-yard line of Abington. Man in motion, O'Reilly's going to throw. He's looking downfield, puts it up there. And there's a little congestion in the routes early down near the 40. The ball was thrown down near the 30. Yeah, you can see they're talking now. There's confusion in the routes. Even 3 minutes to go, it'll be second down.
Well, I think, and Riley there recognized that it wasn't there.
Fans are reminded that there are no public restrooms in the Folio School behind the press box.
Good crowd here to support the Abington Green Wave. Love seeing the different generations, the alumni from various years, friends of ours.
Did you think about it way back in fall of 1973, right? That 74 rather. That 74, the class of 75 was Chris Wells, and they had a great class that year. Jeff Stone.
Shotgun, Riley rolling, throwing outside, connects to Maxwell. Nice move. Back by Maxwell. Maxwell inside the 40. Maxwell all the way down to the 35-yard line. Big pickup there for the Green Wave. And an outstanding wide receiver, Kingston Maxwell, a sophomore.
You could see that cut. He just came right back in and deked him a little bit up to the outside to the sideline, then came right back in to pick up additional 20 yards.
They loaded up on the right side for Abington with 2 men in the backfield. Riley gives right side. Ryan to the ball. He's driving for the first. He's going to get that first. Gav, I think he's got it. That's Simonetti, the senior.
He's right at that line. Picked up the 10. So the clock is ticking down to 2:30. Green Wave is on the move here as they get inside the 25.
Waiting for a signal if it's a first down or a second. Wait, what are they doing here? Is there a flag? Yep, there is a flag.
Back at the line of scrimmage.
10-yard penalty. Still first down.
All right, we got to bring it back.
Oh boy.
Do it over again. So the ball marked at the 44-yard line. The line to gain, or the first down marker, is at the 25.
Jack, how you doing? Jack Ridden here.
All right.
We're saying the crazy thing, though, Sean, when you think of Pastor from 47 or 8 or something like that, right, to Kelliher, it's only been really, they're really the only 2 coaches that this program has had.
There was one guy between them for a year.
2 years, yeah. But Coach Keller's on the staff.
Right. All right. First and long now for Abington.
Riley with a keeper.
It is down the right side. Goes out the sideline. Very close to the first down. Michael Riley showing his jets there. Woo. Great play by the Green Waves.
It's going to be third down now?
The fourth. That's something we haven't seen the entire game. No, it's going to be third now.
Third down,
second,
yeah.
right?
Third down. Right? No, second. Okay, second down.
Yeah, at the 29-yard line. So now it's 4 yards to go. So 2nd and 4. Big pickup there by the Green Wave.
Absolutely. And Riley, there's no hesitation there. That was a design play for him to have a keeper.
Caught Cohasset off guard there on the heels on that one. Didn't know we could run.
Well, that's what happens. You save it for the right moment.
That's right. 2nd and 4.
Peace is in the backfield.
Yeah, it's just an interesting setup here. They give to Nash. Nash puts his shoulder down, gets the first down.
So they're lining up Pease. It's almost like they have the big boy backfield there.
Yeah.
And just plowing right in the middle there.
Mason Nash. It's kind of funny because Pease was on line up on the left. Mason ran to the right.
Right.
If they're using like Pease as a decoy, maybe Pease cut to the right. I didn't see.
Yeah, he did. He did go
Okay.
up through the hole first.
Thank you, Kevin.
He's a big boy to get around, that's for sure.
That's right. Ball's on the 25 now. 1st and 10. Abington trying to bring it into the end zone with a minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. Up 7-0. Man in motion. Nash, AJ Nash. Turn it up. Switches hands. Got some running room in front of him. Nash inside the 10.
There's a penalty.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Going to be another hold against Abington.
Right on the edge.
Run out of bounds by the Skippers, number 4, Shane Mulcahy.
Takes away a big gain there by AJ.
Flag on the field. Flag on the
Yeah,
field.
it was right on the corner. The players were fighting it out, and he just, I think, maybe held on a little too long.
Hurley on the offense. 20 yards down. Still for a second.
Be 1st and 20 now for Abington. Back at the 35.
Well, it's good to see them get as much as they've had penalties here, Sean. It's good to see them kind of move the ball with some consistency here in this final drive of the second quarter here. Their offenses kind of showed a little bit of life, which they really hadn't done too much, in the prior drives. So it's going to be at the 34-yard line.
Yep. So it's from the point of the hold, apparently, which must have been on the 24.
So they need to get down to the 15 for the first down.
That's correct. And the referee's timeout for some reason.
I think the coach, I don't know.
Both teams going to get some hydration while we talk.
Yeah.
I want to get back to the American Rescue Plan Act. The federal funds, part of the Infrastructure Act, from the Biden administration. I want to thank Congressman Stephen Lynch and also Town Manager Scott Lambiase. They wanted to invest Abington's funds into things that were very visible, things that could be used by the general public. So you see the new scoreboard, which, otherwise we wouldn't have money to replace these type of things. The new scoreboard for the football field here, the new scoreboard for the softball field. ARPA money was also used along with community preservation money to build the new Beaverbrook playground, which has been an instant hit. It's been great. We redid the infield for the varsity baseball field with ARPA money. The guardrail that goes down Glenowitz Way is ARPA money. Those speeding signs you see on Washington Street and Hancock Street, ARPA money. There's some other highway and DPW safety equipment. Again, all that ARPA money being reinvested from the federal government back into your local community, and we frankly couldn't be happier.
Pease is going way outside here.
First down and long, 19. Riley looking to throw. Riley chased out of the pocket, scrambling. Now throws it down, throws it short of his intended receiver. Curious what they're trying to set up here. Pease did a little button hook on the near side. And they had receivers in all 4 little zones of the downfield. He'll bring up second down. Second down and 19 for Abington.
So the Green Wave is obviously with a minute 11 to go. They're going to be trying to pass their way into the end zone here.
Mason Nash in the backfield. LeBlanc goes in motion. Riley looking to set the screen and just overthrown to the intended receiver, which was Mason Nash here on the left side.
They had it set up pretty well.
Yeah. I think Riley had to kind of turn and throw quickly because he had some heat coming at him.
It was a little bit high, but
yeah. There's always that danger when you have to do that spin move to try to distract the defense, and you throw quickly. You just hope.
Throw him blind,
Yeah, you just hope there's not a guy in a white shirt standing there.
There was a white shirt guy when the ball went through his hands, was right there. They're fortunate, didn't get picked off.
Maxwell lines up to the far side. Pease outside to the near side. You got LeBlanc in the slot on the near side. It looks like that might be Nash on the far side. Riley to throw. Riley going Pease's way. No, he's going to LeBlanc's way down the middle.
Right there, the solid.
Just incomplete at the goal line. Well thrown ball. Just about a half a second off.
It's just a minute to go here.
Going to bring up 4th down and 19.
Green Wave's going to take a timeout here. That's hard to believe, Sean. And a few months we'll be wearing our heavy jackets there for Thanksgiving. So it's the season changes.
You never know. We've had a couple of Thanksgivings where it was 70 degrees and some have been 20.
Right? The snow, I know. You never do know. See what the Green Wave come up with here. It's been a well-played game by both teams. I think getting through over the first game jitters here for a lot of these kids, but it's really been a nice, a good game to watch, fun game to watch, a lot of action.
I want to send a shout-out to our Abington Green Wave cheerleaders, our seniors, Emma Maley and Maddie Murphy, along with Shay Lehman, Maeve Duquette, Sam Robbins, Taylor D'Ambra, McKenna Perry, Ava Ryan, Kayla O'Leary, Michaela Gunning, Chloe Richardson, Lila Oppenheim, Catalina Chipman, Cadence Curvels, Maeve Coe, Allison Magnuson, Michaela Solomini, Marissa Ercolano, Kylie Fonseca, Jordan Fonseca, Aria Norton, Lily Mullen, Caitlin McKiernan, Avery Faulkner, Jada Flavin, and Jocelyn Healy. They're coached by their head coach, Kristen Couture. I want to thank all the girls for all they do down there, girls and guy. And we are ready for the play selection here for the Green Wave.
And you got to break out the 4th and 21?
A little bit too far to kick.
4th
you
and
don't
19.
want to punt, so you're going to just you really got to get it inside the 15. You don't need the touchdown on this play.
Because if they actually got like a decent thing, they probably could have tried a field goal there.
Yeah,
it's like, looks like Riley's leg was pretty good there on that extra point.
Mason Nash stands to the left of Michael Riley. Riley looking to throw, rolling left, going downfield, putting it up in the air, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was Maxwell. He was looking for an interference call, but both guys were going up for it.
No.
So it'll be turnover on downs. Why not go for it down there with Maxwell? 7-0 Green Wave lead. The only score was the 63-yard punt return by Nash. Back in 2 minutes, 3 minutes into the game at the 9-11 mark.
So incomplete. That is a turnover on downs. With 1st and 10, Skippers.
Skippers will get the ball at the start of the second half.
That's right. 51 seconds to go. We see if they're going
to keep the ball in front of you here if you're the Green Wave. Make sure there's no big plays.
Oh! Nice move. Getting a lot of yardage and steps out of bounds and stop the clock.
Well, the Green Wave player went for it there rather than the tackle, Sean. That would have been a loss.
Almost an interception. Appleton with the reception gets it over midfield with 43 seconds to go. Not something we really want to give up, but we still have. They don't have much time to move. They're going to have to keep moving and picking up those first downs.
Check Tikhonov. Is that how you pronounce it? Comes in.
Yeah.
For Kerr.
1st and 10 at the Abington 48-yard line. 43 seconds on the clock with an Abington 7-0 lead. Season opener for the 2023 season, which is the 50th year Abington Green Wave head coach Jim Kelliher has been walking the sidelines for Abington. Looking to throw. Pump fake. Going down the left sideline. No, coming across the middle. He connects at the 27-yard line, taken down by Nash at the 25.
With 35 seconds, and they get a couple timeouts.
All of a sudden, Wildfire and company come alive. As that connection was number 13, Will Norgiot. Will, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. Timeout called on the field.
1st and 10 for the Skippers.
A reminder, Sunday, September 17th, the Abington Music Parents' 43rd Annual Crafts Fair will be held at the Abington Middle High School.
A reminder that's your wife's birthday.
Yes, it is. That's where I'm getting her present. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., the annual Crafts Fair, Sunday, September 17th. It's also the same day of the Abington Copes Road Race at 9 a.m. at Woodsdale School. Whether you'd like to walk in it or run in it, you can sign up, or you can just go there to attend the festivities before and after the race. Again, that'll be starting at Woodsdale School on Chestnut Street, 9 o'clock start, with festivities to follow the race itself. Bring your family and have a good time and support Abington Copes.
In Abington for free ice cream. We'll be accepting donations to the Jeff Combs Memorial Foundation, a nonprofit.
35 seconds left on the
I don't know how
clock.
many more timeouts they have. I think they've used 2.
Who called this one? I didn't even notice.
Cohasset called this one.
I think they've used 2 then. Yeah, they have at a maximum 1 left. All right. So 1st and 10 now at the 25-yard line. Mary Rogers from the town accountant's office here with the 50-50 raffle money. All right, Wildfire all alone in the backfield in the shotgun. They got 4 wide receivers on the left side. Appleton alone on the near side with double coverage. They go to the left side and going to be hit right away.
What a play there.
Nice.
What
job.
a huge play by number 11 there, Duggan.
He was doing a lot of that last year, too, just so
Jumping
quick.
the route there, but, did it in a way.
Their third and final timeout.
But, Duggan there did it in a way, though, Sean, where, he had the guy. He hit him before. He didn't go for the ball. He went for the body.
Yep.
And that's exactly what you needed to do in that situation. Great job by number 11, Nate Duggan.
Yeah, Duggan has this great intuition where he can kind of almost detect the play as it develops and really just knows where to be, the right time, right place.
Well, the Green Wave definitely respects Appleton, too. 'Cause, they had double coverage over here on the right-hand side, which obviously means, if you get 4 guys over there, you're going to be a little bit weak on that side. That's going to be the weak side.
At halftime, they'll be drawing the 50-50 raffle winner, and they'll be doing the tennis ball throw, the booster bomb, where people will be throwing tennis balls from the bleachers to try to hit the target out in the field to win the jackpot.
So I think if you look at it now, they're out about the 29-yard line. So if we start to think, because 27 seconds remaining, Sean, on grass, it's a lot harder to kick a field goal as well. So I think they would need to get a little bit closer for a field goal.
Hey, Mary, how much money in the 50-50? 303.
Here we go. Second and about 14 with 27 seconds to go.
Here we go.
In the second half, quarter.
Wildfire looks left, throws left, and is almost, it wasn't knocked away.
I think was that tipped at the line? Or I don't know if he was expecting him to curl.
The blank was going through the air to knock that one out of the air. But again, they were going to Appleton down that sideline. 3rd down. And 14 at the 29, right?
Yep, 3rd and 14 at the 22 seconds to go. So got a few more plays here.
Again, Appleton alone on the left side. Everybody else, all 4 of them on the right side.
If they catch the ball in midfield, Sean.
They're going to Appleton, down deep.
He's out of bounds.
Yep.
He's out of bounds.
He is.
He's out of bounds. But I was going to say, if they catch the ball in the end, they wouldn't be able to get another playoff.
Right.
So here we go, 4th down here.
With 12 seconds on the clock to get one more shot. And to your point, Kev, they got to put this in the end zone. Cohasset does. Because getting the first down and getting tackled outside the end zone.
Well, if they do get a first down, they would have to stop the ball right away. I mean,
line up all that.
So, it would be difficult to do that.
At the end of halftime, we will be.
So let's see what they do. I got to keep an eye on Appleton once again. He's on the far sideline.
Now they go in the
LeBlanc, the cornerback over there. Riley, the safety, shading that way. With 4 wide receivers to the right side. Fading back. It's chucked to the line. Now they're going down across the middle. Puts it up in the air. And
not a bad, pretty well thrown ball.
Yeah.
Kind of had 2 Green Wave players there, and that's the advantage the Green Wave had. When you know what they're going to be doing, because they had to go to the end zone.
Shane Mulcahy was the intended receiver.
So you got your personnel back there. Green Wave defense was right there. Nice job by the Green Wave D. So Green Wave takes over on downs with 5 seconds to go. I know Eddie's not a knee-taking kind of coach, but this might...
Tonight you can do it.
Exactly.
With the humidity.
This might be 5 seconds to go, too. It's not like you're...
Yeah, so the Green Wave will
take a knee to let the clock run out with 5 seconds on the clock here. And that'll wrap it up the first half. So not a lot of offensive production from either team. Abington was moving the ball, especially in that second quarter, but couldn't put it into the end zone.
A couple penalties really kind of hamstrung them, and it ended up coming biting them back at the end there.
We had like 3 holding penalties, I think.
Holding penalties on that drive. They were able to overcome 2, and the third one was just not enough, just too much.
So we invite you all at home in your TV sets to go get hydrated, if you know what I mean, and then come back for the second half. We're going to take a quick break between the halves. Score at the half, Abington 7, Cohasset 0. We'll be back with more Green Wave football action, blink of an eye. All right, we're back getting ready for some second half action. And before we get started down in the gridiron, I wanted to talk to a special guest we have up here in the press booth. I mentioned in the first half how it was so great to see so many faces from past years of Abington High School, different players, fans, family members. And one guy I bumped into, which was always a pleasure to see, a guy named Gary Morin. Welcome aboard, Gary.
Thank you, Sean.
Gary, you were a graduate of 1981?
1981.
1981. Why don't you tell your story about what brought you here tonight?
Oh, very simple. One of the things I did my 4 years at Abington, I was actually the manager for most of the sports. I did football, basketball, and baseball. After about 2 years, the football coach, Coach Kelliher, and Mike Mayu approached me, and they wanted to know if they could have me start taping ankles, taping knees, and stuff like that. So the two coaches got together. They actually raised the money, and they sent me to a Kramer sports medicine camp in North Adams State. While there, I learned all the stuff, and I developed a definite liking it. I've been doing it ever since.
And doing it ever since means what now? What are you doing now?
I am the chairperson of Health and Movement Sciences at Southern Connecticut State University. I'm starting my 33rd year there.
That is unreal.
For my first 27 years there, I was the athletic trainer, I was a head athletic trainer, assistant athletic trainer, and taught classes. I also had the opportunity to do stuff politically for the state. I was the president of the State Association in Connecticut. And I'm very flattered, and I'll boast a little bit. I'm currently a member of the Hall of Fame there.
Are you? Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's great. I mean, so here you are, you're a little sophomore, junior in high school. Coach Kelliher says, hey, you want to volunteer, help out? Sure. And all of a sudden, this blossoms into a lifelong career.
And it has. And it's been something. And, I mean, I told him earlier today when I walked up to him, I said, I figured you're the one that helped me start getting the career. I wanted to be here at the end of your career. So
that's great. Really, it all comes around, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I mean, he's quite the gentleman.
I was going to say, tell me a little bit more about your impression of Coach Kelliher, or some of the impressions that he's put on you. Fantastic guy.
He is that's the best way you can probably explain it, that he is a fantastic guy. He's just a wonderful human being. I was joking around with him that, I mean, he was always the first one for every football game. He's always the first one here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he was today, after all these years later.
Yeah.
You would always find him sitting in the shower washing all the coolers before every game just to make sure they were all set. He would have a big stack of coolers. He'd be sitting down, scrubbing them all out. He was one of those people that you knew he had your back. One little story you might like is, I'm not sure, is he had he got really mad at one time with two football players that were late for practice. It was a Sunday morning or whatever it was. And usually that means those two guys are going to be running for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Well, he actually sat the two guys down on the far bleachers and had them sit in the first row and made the whole team do laps. I tell you, it might have been the most effective punishment I've ever seen.
So the team had to do laps, and the two guys who were in trouble had to watch it happen.
Oh, yes. And what happened was every time the team passed that 50-yard line marker, they got a lot of comments. And needless to say, that never happened with anybody else in the team the rest of the year.
That's good coaching.
That was good coaching. Reverse psychology works sometimes.
Well, Gary, we just want to appreciate you and thank you for what you did while you're here at Abington High School. Congratulate you on the success you've done now at the collegiate level. And thanks for making the effort to come back here to show your little tribute to Jim Kelliher. I'm sure it means a lot to him, and hopefully he'll be able to hear this a little later.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's a wonderful human being. He's done a lot of stuff for Abington. I know he colors his hair now green, but I swear if you cut him open, you'll find green blood, too.
That's right.
He's Abington through and through.
He is, and he's a great guy to represent our community. We're all very proud of him.
He is.
Love him to death, and everyone here wishes him the best. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more Jim Kelliher, he's not going to fade away into the sunset.
Oh, he's already made comments that he'd be back in about a year, overlooking at the new head coach's shoulder. So.
There you go. Why not? All right. Well, thanks again.
Yeah, thank you, Sean, for the time.
Great to see you again. I was in high school when Gary used to do his work, and he always did a hell of a job then.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Gary. All right, we pitched to the left. Appleton trying to get around, not much going there, and now he's going to be taken down by Pease. A little body slam.
Yeah, just got back to the line of scrimmage. A couple of successful plays there by Cohasset.
Great to see Gary Morin.
Yeah, great guy, and dedicated so much time. When he was in high school, to the kids, and
really when like team managers were kind of a new thing, at least, and he was great.
Yeah, kind of set the standard there for Joey D and everybody else that came after him, and he credited Coach Kell and Mayhew for really kind of giving him pathway for his career.
2nd and 10. Run and play to the right side. Looks like Appleton again gets hit as he gets over to the 45, then stood up and pushed back.
Picks up about 2 there.
Yeah, I'll bring up 3rd and a long 8 now, right in front of you on your television screen.
His nickname when he was doing that for us, Sean, was Doc Moran. So, it turned out to be true, eventually. So, good for Gary. It's great to see him.
Good guy, real good guy.
So 3rd and about 8 here for the it's an important down here for the Green Wave. Get this ball back for their offense in decent field position. Hopefully they can come up with a big stop here.
2 wideouts to each side. Wildfire in the shotgun as he has been all night. Looking to throw, looking to his left, looking deep. Now he gets a pressure, and this
It's going to be thrown. Huge
back
play.
down to the 31-yard line.
The big defensive end. And that's what we're looking for, is that big defensive play there.
Wow.
Big, probably like almost 10-yard loss there.
He's so quick on his feet. Big round of applause for Connor Pease. Moves him back to the 31-yard line.
And no doubt now that they'll be punting the ball away to the Green Wave. So it's going to be at the 35. It's 4th and about 18 there. Or 17.
23. Oh, no, they put up to the 35. Really?
AJ Nash back deep for the Green Wave, hunting for the Skippers.
Ooh, big rush. He's trying to get away from it. Now kicks it up. It's not going to be a long punt, but big rush by the Green Wave. It's going to go out of bounds. Great field position for Abington.
By him running out of the tackle box too, Sean, that created they could hit him. Even though he was kicking, you could hit him, because if he lined up and stayed within the tackles, you couldn't touch him.
Wow. Big turnover there. So that might be the yin and the yang, where Abington had muffed a punt return. Here, Cohasset muffed a punt.
That's definitely a turnover, where you just gave up 30 yards, right? So it definitely puts the Green Wave in scoring position. And for all intents and purposes, you're almost in 4-down territory right away here as you take up 1st and 10 at your Cohasset's 44.
8:18 on the 3rd quarter clock. Abington up by 7. This will be the first series for the Green Wave in the second half. Coach Jim Kelliher walking back to the sideline after talking to his offense with offensive coordinator Ed Riley, defense coordinator Jim Daly. And here we come with our first play from scrimmage here in the second half for Abington.
Under center.
Yeah, 3 men in the backfield for Abington. Give, going to the left side, following his blockers. Just getting tripped up at the end there.
Put a 5-yard pickup, and that's what you want to see. Uh-oh. Is everybody all right?
Somebody's tweaked. Is that AJ?
Yep. I tweaked his ankle.
Might be cramping.
Yeah, it might be. Might be a cramp. Might be in.
Yeah, AJ's coming off of
It's definitely a cramp.
So the Abington coaches, we got Jim Kelliher and Ed Riley, Jim Daly, and Scott Pfeiffer, Dave Lyons, Mike Bruning, Jason Brown, Bella Kabongo, Tom Shepard, Keith Faxon, Kalonji Kabongo, and our athletic trainer is Alicia Reed. She's going to be very busy tonight.
Yeah, it's going to start. You just got that dehydration
and you just kind of had that rest between the half.
It's almost like you just, and once it starts, it's very difficult to turn back.
We're talking about the cramps.
Cramps, yeah. Well, the good news is that's, it's not like an ankle injury that's going to bother you for the next, 4 or 5 weeks.
Right.
So second and about 5 here for the Green Wave. It's a big weapon there, number 29 for the Green Wave, obviously.
Michael Riley comes into the huddle with the play selection on the 2nd and 5. Green Wave break their huddle. Alex Mullen out there at center, one of the captains. Same formation with 3 men in the backfield. Maxwell out far to the near side. Going to the right side. That's to number 3, Simonetti.
Might just be a little bit short.
Simonetti gets a good burst of speed off the ball. Yeah, bring up 3rd and about 1 or so.
Yep, 3rd and 1.
Like Abington, just keep moving this ball downfield. Don't make it 4th and 1 now. Let's just get this and keep moving the stakes.
Touchdown here, really, just that 2 touchdown really just makes such a huge difference, that second one.
Yep.
You held serve, with them on the, you got the ball coming out of the locker room here, and you're able to, defense was able to come up big. Gave the offense a short field, and you want to be able to take advantage of that.
Here we go. 3rd and 1 now. 2 men in the backfield behind Riley. Quick dive on the right side.
And more.
Easily.
And the legs are driving. Picks up about 8.
Is that LeBlanc? Yep.
Yeah, he's a player.
Yeah, he really is, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a good player. He can do it all. Offense, defense.
He really is. I mean, he answers the bell every time.
Yeah.
He's a great leader for this team. So now the ball down at the 28. They move the stakes.
Inside the 30. The other thing, Sean, too, it's like you get the ball on the ground here, and this is what I like about game moves. The clock is moving.
Yep.
When you're passing, it just seems so disruptive sometimes to the flow of the game because the clock stops all the time. And I think, when you're running on the ground, the clock is moving. It really gets the offense in a good rhythm.
And you're leaving less time on the clock for Cohasset. Handoff left, body right.
There. Holy
Mason Nash all the way inside the 15-yard line. Some good blocking from his teammates.
Yeah, it's grinding him down on the inside of that line. Green Wave just doing a great job there. There's a huge hole. I don't think he was touched until he was about 8 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Was that Mason or was that LeBlanc?
I think that was Mason.
I thought it was. All right, so fresh set of downs there. Dan Reardon and Steve McGuire move the stakes. The ball marked now at the 14-yard line, coming down 6 minutes and rolling here in the 3rd. In the backfield, we got Simonetti, Nash, and LeBlanc left to right. They give to LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets upended as he gets down to the 10-yard line. Good pickup, about 3 or 4.
About 3 or 4 there. I mean, the yards are going to definitely get tougher as you get down here. Inside the the red zone inside the 20, because the defense doesn't have to worry about anything deep. So you get help in the linebackers, and then defensive backs can come up and help out and shore up that defensive line.
And it's good for Abington, too, to just say, you're going to have to stop us. We're just going to keep coming at you.
Well, and, they've done that before. That's one of their kind of trademarks, right, is that we're just going to keep the ball and you're going to have to stop us. And, remember St. Mary's a few years ago in the playoff game.
Gave a little dive with the middle by Nash. Nash bounces off a tackler.
What a
turns
play.
on the right.
Is that a touchdown? That's a touchdown! Man of Muskegon!
An 11-yard touchdown run by Mason Nash with a great bit of running. Bounced off an apparent tackler, then just juked it out to the right side, puts it in for 6 more.
Great patience by number 44 there, Sean. Kind of just really follows the blocker, was able to just kick it outside and have a rush to the pylon there for the touchdown. Huge score for the Green Wave. It was their first touch of the second half.
A 44-yard drive. And the Green Wave will go with the point after attempt. Duggan to hold. Michael Riley to kick. Doing the snapping will be, looks like Tom Muniz. Nice job. Right up through the uprights. Good job by Duggan getting that ball down. And it is 14-7.
Great job by the Green Wave.
That's what they needed, Kevin, to really start off this second half with a big score.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Nice job. And kind of, for the first time, it was a clean series, right? But that's what happens when you get a shorter field, right? If you have an 80-yard field, it's so many times, it's like you can get down there, but then, they're going to have a false start, or you're going to have a holding penalty that pushes you back and just gives the defense that extra opportunity. By having that short field, just, cuts the number of plays in half that you have to play clean. And Green Wave did a great job there of taking advantage of a great, special teams play once again, and on the fumble.
Yeah, big pressure on that punt really set up that touchdown from 44 yards out, that drive. So 5:03 on the clock in the third quarter. It's Green Wave up 14-0. Mason Nash, the sophomore, is going to do the kickoff honors here.
God, he kicked on the first kickoff there for the second half. That was a missile.
Yeah.
That thing was
To the end zone.
the end zone. It wasn't very high, but
So we'll see what Cohasset can do or what Abington can do here on this kickoff.
see if they get back a little deeper. They were up at the 20 last time, and they're going a little bit further back now.
Deep for the for Cohasset is Will Nordrett, number 13, and number 22, Gus Green. And the Green Wave set to kick off.
And number 13, Will McGrath.
Gets another player down for the Green Wave, cramping up there.
For the Green Wave.
Line drive kick going to go
Out of
bounds. Spun out of bounds, so we'll see what they do. Likely move him back and kick over.
There's a flag on the field.
That's LeBlanc loosening up his hamstrings, and he's going right back out in the field.
Looks good. I was hoping thought he might be cramping there.
We have a free kick out of bounds by Abington.
Then
Cohasset is elected to receive the ball and have Abington re-kick.
They are going to have Abington re-kick with a 5-yard penalty.
we're going to get back to the 45, I believe, right? Now, Cohasset's up at the 40. There you go. They get back to the 45.
You're good, Kevin. You know, you see everything from up there.
And I do.
Sometimes scares me. How was your summer, Kev?
It's quick.
Yeah,
It was quick. Hot,
yeah.
wet, it's all those things.
Yeah, we had quite an eventful summer weather-wise and all.
Busy at work and, yeah.
All right, the Green Wave had teed it off now at their own 35-yard line. The receivers for Cohasset are standing at their own 15. Nash.
Nice. High
end over end kick coming right down at the 17-yard line. 18.
Uh-oh, nice spin move there.
And going to run it up to about the 40-yard line or so.
You know, other than having to mow your lawn every other day because of the wet weather, Sean,
Yeah,
it was fun.
So the line of scrimmage will now be right on the 40.
Yeah, right about the 40-yard line.
Kind
Kind of finally deciding maybe that 21-inch is not a good idea, after a year like this. 20-inch push mower.
First and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
Well, Sue mows the lawn anyhow, doesn't she?
No, absolutely. You got to get the right angle, Sean.
All right, first and 10 for the Skippers. They come out in the shotgun with two wideouts to each side. Max Monahan in the backfield. Looking to throw. They throw backwards. They fumble. It's a loose ball. Ooh.
Yeah, it was definitely a forward pass.
You think so?
Yeah, it was.
Definitely.
Yeah, it definitely was. Definitely was.
Okay. Chris, wait a minute. Chris Nagel. Was that a backwards pass or a forward pass? All right. He thinks it was backward, too.
Do you?
Yeah, I thought it was backwards. I thought that was a live ball.
It was close.
Second down. I don't know. In honor of Getchell?
Oh, jeez. We're not going there.
Second and 10.
Statute of limitations.
Rolling with it. Himself a keeper, but he's going to be hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage.
Right, so it's going to be third
Mike Wild
down here and third and about 7. Nice pursuit by the Green Wave. And that's one thing I've been impressed with the defense tonight, Sean, is their lateral pursuit. They've done a really good job of just, sideline to sideline and coming really crashing quickly once a play has developed for Cohasset and get to the ball.
Jake McSherry, 73. I think Aiden McClellan, number 22, was in there along with Mason Nash.
from their own 44-yard line.
So third and a long 6 here. Green Wave would love to stop him right now and get this ball back on a turnover on downs or punt. They pitch to the left side. He's going to get the first.
It's a fumble.
Oh,
ball.
ball's on the ground. Picked up by Abington. And it's going to be
Green Wave ball.
Yeah, that's what we needed. A nice turnover.
He runs with reckless abandon there. He really does. He's
Max
an exciting
Monahan.
runner.
Wow.
He just coughed it up as he was kind of going down. He just got hit and popped it loose, and Green Wave was right there. Nice job by the Green Wave, taking advantage of another turnover.
He kind of holds the ball like in front of him there. He didn't know he was kind of shifting hands, but Abington now has the ball at the 45.
Another great field position here by the Green Wave offense, thanks to their defense.
Number 10, Mike Riley. That'll be first and 10 for the Green Wave on their own
3:46.
45-yard line.
At their own 45. See what they do here, Kev. go for the jugular, or they just kind of march it downfield? They got the eye backfield.
Well, they're having great success. I think, you take time off the clock.
Nash brothers in the backfield looking to throw, going for their out pattern, and now ball is thrown away out of bounds to stop the clock. Again, pretty good pressure on the quarterback. They had one receiver downfield. Good to see A.J. Nash back out there, too, by the way. He was in the eye backfield.
I think they were trying to do a little bit of a hook and go, and it just, never really developed. Because, you can, in high school football, you can hit the person after 5 yards. So if they're going to be doing the thing, you can hit them as long as the ball's not in the air. So you can hit them and kind of throw somebody off their route. Looks like one of the players over Cohasset might be struggling a little bit, too, cramping over there.
So second down now and 10 for Abington here in the third quarter with a 14-0 lead. In the backfield is Mason Nash. Right side, we got Chris Patterson. Riley keeps it right up the middle. Riley with some alarm. Riley inside the 40, inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line. Michael Riley with the quarterback keep.
Wow, that's a 25-yard run there by Riley. Great play. You know what? It just catches them off guard. They get great motion kind of coming right to left across in the backfield there. They're all expecting that kind of sweep run again. And then Riley just runs to the right side, the weak side, and just I think really just shocks, Cohasset. They don't expect it. And nice 25-yard pickup, first down gain. Clock keeps going.
You know what they really don't expect is a Riley with speed.
Well, it's I think there must be an adoption involved.
I think that's from Leslie's side of the family.
I definitely agree with you.
She was the runner in the family.
No, I know. She's a great soccer player.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at the 34. 3 men in the backfield now for Abington. They give student body left.
Nice
Looks
pick
like
in his
AJ.
way. God, he's so patient. Just great. Both the Nashes are just very patient runners. They take what the defense gives them, what their blocking gives them, and then make the cut at the right time. Really fun to watch. So second and almost a 4-yard pick, 5 yards.
Yeah, so about 2nd and 5, right?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, close. Yeah, 5. We'll call it 5.
Oh, they actually gave him a little more. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 4, I should
right.
say. Yeah. With the ball at the 28. Again, 3 men in the backfield. And Riley. They go left side. Simonetti, number 3. Again, following
First
the
down.
blockers.
He's got the first down. That's you got to take care of the ball. And, at this point, the clock is your friend. Keep the ball on the ground. Got 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Much faster third quarter.
Thank goodness for this little breeze we got here tonight.
It
really makes it a lot easier.
It's nice to be in the press box when it's cold, Sean. When it's hot, it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, we don't get the breeze
Well,
up here.
and the press box has been painted. Sean Riley and a couple of volunteers did it. So nice, looks good, Sean.
A lot of the students helped out. Put a fresh coat of paint on for Jim Kelliher's 50th year. So we got now 1st and 10 at the Abington 20. Green Wave trying to move this downfield. They just started from a fumble at the Abington 45-yard line, recovered by the Green Wave. I think Mike Riley recovered it. Give is to the left side. That's Mason Nash. Mason Nash pushes forward with his teammates. Picks up about 4 or so on the play.
That almost looked like a rugby scrum down there, Sean. So many bodies in that pile.
Checking back into the game is Aiden McClellan, number 22. Pease will take a breather.
Somebody's cramping down there.
For
It's
Cohasset.
going to make him go out now.
Official timeout for injury, please.
And Abington can definitely feel it. These guys, with the last couple of drives, and you're taking it right to them. There's nothing better than that satisfaction, that you have kind of coming in and being able to just keep the ball on the ground, blocking your guys and moving the ball. It's just, really kind of just dominant football, which, the Green Wave has been built on the last 20 years.
It really is. It's just fun to be in the huddle. When you have that sense of confidence with all 11 guys around you, you get out to that line of scrimmage and we're just going to move this ball and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Exactly. The defense knows what's coming, and they just can't do it.
And there are times when you mess up and you get the penalty or whatever, and you got 10 other guys that are looking at you saying, you got to play better than that,
Well, I mean, the last 3 drives the Abington's had, this one and obviously the first one of the second half where they scored, and even the last one of the first half, they really were moving the ball well. They just had some 3 penalties in one drive, which you can't do that. I mean, that's what's going to obviously stall a drive. So Green Wave is able to clean those up this half. and take advantage of some great field position that the Cohasset Skippers have given them.
All right, let's see what we do here. With second down with the Green Wave, 1:11 on the clock. Uh-oh. Just as we say how well they're playing and moving.
I know. It's nature of the business.
5 yards, 17, still second down.
I think even look at one of their players is cramping now.
Yep. Yeah, he's
Try
just
to
stretching his
stretch.
legs out, yeah.
Trying to stretch and stay on. Well, the thing is, too, with the cramping, what happens if you try to play through it, you could actually like tear a muscle or pull a muscle, and that's not something you want to do.
Especially early in the season, right? Take care of yourself. Be ready.
But this is what's going to happen the whole fourth quarter. Both sides are probably going to be struggling with that.
Well, we've got Alicia Reed on our side, our athletic trainer. She had 2 gallons of pickle juice on the sidelines.
Pickle juice and Pedialyte.
Yep, that's what they say. All right, second and about 12 now for Abington, just outside their own 20-yard line. Riley waits for everyone to line up. Now, under center, handoff. Again, that student body left.
Pops it outside.
Here comes Nash, trying to turn the corner. Puts his shoulder down.
Nice drive. Wow, that's a statement right there by Nash. Getting it down, a nice 7-yard pickup. 7-yard down to about the 10-yard line.
That nice little, just dip the shoulder, pick up.
Yeah, he just
that
drove
extra
right
3 or
into
4
him.
years. 4 yards, they say, 3 or 4 yards.
So steps out at about the 15 there and makes it 3rd and 5.
Check that. Third down, ball on.
41 seconds here in the third quarter. Mason's going to stay in the game, number 44.
Pretty impressed with the line play on both sides. Defensively, they've done really well. Offensively, they've really come alive in the last, several drives here and been really, putting it to the defense.
AJ and Mason Nash in the backfield along with number 3, Ryan Simonetti. Riley under his center. They give to Simonetti, right side, nice hole. Simonetti blasts through inside the 10. Still on his feet.
Down to the 5.
Nice bit of running there by Simonetti. Some nice lead blocking for him.
Yeah. Cohasset does not have an answer right now, Sean.
That'll be the last play of the third quarter, apparently. Yep, there. Green Wave holding up their number 4 for the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So really doing a nice job moving the ball right now. And nice job by Simonetti, really spinning and getting a lot of extra yards on that play.
Yeah, moving the ball. The other thing, the Green Wave is doing is just like really just dominating the clock, too, here.
Yeah.
Really, they're 2 drives. They haven't finished this one yet. They got the ball, at 4:36 was it this quarter? Right now, 3:46 they had it on this last drive. So, the last couple of drives have taken so much time off the clock.
And they still have the ball.
They still will, and take additional time going into the fourth quarter.
Madeline Medina in the audience. Madeline, if you are here.
Good crowd here attending this game. Always, it's great to have good weather, especially early in the season when you have a successful team.
It was beautiful out tonight. Sean, one of the things, too, it has kind of been an interesting series with Cohasset because here Abington is sort of dominated.
Yeah.
And then Cohasset, it's always a tough game.
It is.
And
every single time.
Every single time down there. And, obviously Abington, I read off, 21 out of, was it 21 and 7?
14 out of 21.
14 out of 21. So, but Cohasset, has ruined Abington's playoff dreams a few times way back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, there was a year when we beat them in the midseason and the regular season. They beat us in the playoffs. And, out of those 21 or so games, there's probably literally 2 games where it was more than a 3-touchdown victory. They're usually 1 touchdown scores.
Right.
Because, they're 2 very well-coached teams. And
yeah, he's got a great program. I mean, they're, a fairly small school.
Yeah.
But they have great athletes and, they've always had such great athleticism, sideline to sideline and speed, quickness to the ball. They've always done a great job.
Cohasset has one of the highest percentages of students involved in athletics at their high school. Abington has, I think it's about 65% of the students at Abington High School are involved in at least one sport, which is great. Cohasset is up in the 80s, almost 90%, which is great. Keep them in cleats and off the streets, my mother used to say. So Abington is knocking on the door here. Get a fresh 12 minutes on the clock. They get first and goal from the Cohasset 7-yard line. I think we're looking at AJ Nash, Mason Nash, Simonetti. Who knows?
You get a as you used to say, a bevy of players that you could give the ball to, Sean, including Michael Riley.
Everyone I just mentioned is in the backfield. Riley gives to Simonetti. Simonetti following the block. Oh, good defensive play from behind.
Yeah, number 70 just crashing from behind and really did a nice job of tackling.
That was Henry Richard, a junior.
Might have got about a half-yard pickup there.
Yeah, nothing Simonetti could do on that one because he came unabated.
You know, we've been singing the praises of the offense here. And, you know, one of the things you got to do, though, is you got to close the deal here. This is an important score. You know, you want to be up by 3 scores because at this point in time, if you're up by 3 scores, there's pretty much no way that they can come back unless, you know, some
You need a couple of
really
80-yard
bad
plays.
things happen.
Right.
You know, because they just don't have the clock.
All right, 2nd and goal now at the ball just outside the 6-yard line. Mike Riley and company approach the line of scrimmage. Lineman over the ball with now 2 men in the backfield. Looks like the Nash brothers. Give us to A.J. Nash left side, but nothing going there. Good defense at the line by the guys in the white shirts. Will bring up a 3rd down. Clock continues to roll on now under the 11-minute mark.
Cohasset's doing a nice job of getting good penetration. Green Wave still has 2 plays here. See what they do. Maybe a little pass.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do here. Do they try to go around the end?
Well, Riley can, you know, run too. So if you get Riley to roll and maybe have, you know, somebody dragging across, whether Maxwell or Pease or somebody like that, you know, curling and rolling into the end zone.
Maxwell's on the right, as is Pease, along with Nash. Mason Nash in the backfield. They put a man in motion. They pitch. It's student body right, trying to get around the end. Got a lot of green shirts. Going to turn it upfield. Nice job.
Touchdown, man of Muskegon!
It is. Woo! Ryan Simonetti.
Number
from
3.
6 yards out.
Nice job. Just great blocking up front. They really spread out Cohasset there. You know, they went to the wide side of the field and was just able to spread them out. And everybody had a guy and just was able to, some great blocking. And Simonetti just ran through the crease there and scored. Nice job.
Again,
good execution.
Great patience by the running backs. Letting the play develop. Let the blockers make their blocks. That's just, that's great coaching. Great coaching on both the linemen to kind of hold their blocks, make another block, and good coaching with the running backs, telling them to let it open up in front of you and then take advantage of it.
10-16 to go here in the ball game.
Go with the PAT kick attempt by the Riley-Duggan duo.
Nice snap.
Down. Kick is up. And
it's good. No
did
good.
not make it.
They look to the left.
Didn't get all that one.
No.
So it'll leave the score at 20-0. Green Wave, and like you said, Kev, having that 3rd touchdown really makes it, I don't want to say it's impossible, but very difficult with only 10 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock.
You know, the highlight of that drive, you know, was really Michael Riley getting that, you know, after they get that penalty. And they had, you know, was it 2nd and 12 or 3rd and 12? 2nd and 12. 3rd and 12. For Michael Riley running them for about 25 yards to pick up that 1st down. That was really a great play by Riley. Doing that quarterback draw, which they've done a couple times tonight.
So Mason Nash will be kicking off left to right across your television screen. My name is Sean Riley. He's Kevin Whalen. We've got Ian and Kevin and Paul and David here helping out behind the scenes. And if you could see behind the scenes, you'd be impressed, especially what Ian's doing.
Abington Cam does a great job.
Kevin just kind of like walks around and stuff and just watches people, but Ian's doing a hell of a lot of work. Quality control, he says. Quality control.
He's the conductor, you know? He's got to keep everybody in sync.
Right. Ian's got like a laptop with 3 screens going here. He's got the audio board next to him. It's impressive how they do this. They make Kevin and I, well, they don't really make us sound good, but you know, they try their best.
That's impossible.
That's right. End over end kick, going to come down right at the 10-yard line. Cohasset trying to return to the right side. Number 22 Green.
He's got some room.
Going down the sideline, cuts it back up. He's still on his feet over the 50, inside the 40.
Great return.
Big 63-yard run back.
He had that big, high, long kick.
It was Green with the return. Gus Green.
Bringing it all the way to the 38. Well, and that's why that 3rd touchdown's important, Sean.
Right.
Giving great field position to Cohasset. Green did a nice job just running right up the sidelines. Had a great lane. A couple of Abington players were over about the 40 or 50-yard line there. They were able to bring him down.
So Cohasset looking for some quick strikes here.
See if they go deep right away.
Monahan in the backfield is a blocking back.
They fake the handoff to him, looking to throw. Going down the near sideline, looking
Catch,
complete.
nice catch. With Appleton.
It is. Liam Appleton at the 10-yard line.
Special.
Gets knocked down at the 7.
Nice acrobatic catch there by Appleton. Just went over, the Green Waves, number 2. Salamini was there, but he just went over the top of him, got the high point of the ball.
So it's 1st and goal now. Look at that. 1 run back and 1 play.
Right.
And they're in the red zone. Cohasset lining up.
They're in a 1st and goal situation.
3 men on the near side. Monahan in the backfield. One wide receiver to the right. Give to Monahan up the middle. He's got a little hole. Gets it inside the 5 down to about the 2.
Yeah, Green Wave player was holding. He only had one arm. Could not grab him right there as he ran by him in the hole. Oh, they're going to bring it back to about the 4, though.
Yeah. I think his knee was down. Or what?
Oh, looks like
AJ's cramping up again.
Yeah.
That's his other leg.
Yeah. That nothing hurts worse. My God, that's. And every time you move, it's just kind of springs it again. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 4. So the clock is ticking here as we come down to about 9 minutes. They're not going to get this ball off until the 9-minute mark.
They got to get it off before the play clock expires, and they get a 5-yard penalty.
They do. I think he's trying to save his timeouts here.
2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
It's going to be close.
Wildfire in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to each side. It's a man in motion. Wildfire is going to roll right, looking to throw. Dumps it off to Monahan. Monahan at the 5, in the 4, and then knocked out of bounds.
Jeez, what great pursuit by the Green Wave. 3 times there, the Green Wave player came up, pressured him, so he had to dump off the ball. Another player was right there on the guy coming out of the backfield. Nice job by the Green Wave.
Duggan
picks up maybe, a half yard?
Duggan and Mason Nash and Aiden McClellan and Ryan Salamini out there all just kind of flanking the zone.
Did get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yep. It only gets 1-yard pickup, though, so it'll be 3rd and goal at the 3. They line up 3 guys to the far side, 1 to the near side. Interesting, they got Liam in the backfield. They hand it off to him,
Appleton's
and
in.
He's going to step in for the 3-yard touchdown. So Cohasset on the board at the 8:34 mark.
On the touchdown run for the Skippers.
So I think you go for 1 here, Sean, right? I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter because with Abington at 20, you still need 2 touchdowns.
Please come to the press
I think you're right. I mean, it's more important that you get another touchdown. They're going to go for the kick.
Press box, Madeline Medina.
PATs, they're going to line up. That's John Shannon, the senior, for the kick. Ooh, big rush.
Able to get through there.
Let's get it away.
John Shannon's point after.
Good hustle by the Green Wave getting in there. So convert on the PAT to make it 20-7 with 8:34 to go in the ball game. Green Wave will get the ball back. Now you got to think of, do they do an onside kick?
Right.
And I think that probably the answer is probably yes.
You got to think that it's onside or some sort of pooch kick over the front line.
Yeah, there's going to be some type of trickery there that they may do.
In Abington, you think, it's going to try to just slow it down again. Stay on the ground.
Right, exactly. Try to convert 3 or 4, try to convert 3 or 4 first downs, take clock time off the clock, give them the ball back where they can't do much with it. And they have the opportunity to have a very short field there, which definitely helped for getting the ball at the 38-yard line. But they, got to give them props where they converted on that, to score.
Yeah, Wildfire has really had a pretty good, second half.
Right, he settled down, and he throws a very good ball. Got a lot of zip on it. Good arm strength.
Fourth quarter action here, the opening season with Coach Jim Kelliher, his 50th year as the head coach. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
It is. It's a long time. My goodness. Started when I was 12. That's just an amazing, Yeah. Remember coming down to watch those games when I was a kid?
I mean, you come to an Adams football game, Jim Kelliher is there. And
that's not, if you go to the JV game, the freshman games, these are, all those games. And
like we said during the ceremony, he's at the basketball games, he's at the baseball games, he's there. He just shows the kids, the student athletes, that he's there. He's there when the kids are going through tough times, he's there when kids are having celebrations. It's
Green Wave is definitely planning on
Charlie Sebastian.
an onside kick.
For the Skippers.
Let's see what they do.
I think they'd be better off kicking away. I don't know what the kid's leg looks like. He has a leg.
Yeah, and Abington's
Only got one guy back.
cheating in at their own 23. It is an onside kick.
Yeah, Green Wave has it.
Nice job.
But that was uneventful.
Smothered by Mason Nash.
Yeah, Nathan Nash did a nice job there, number 44.
Recovery for the Green Wave.
The Nash brothers have been all over the place tonight, that's for sure.
Green Wave on their own 49-yard line.
Got their fingerprints all over this game.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing too, Sean, now, because, even if you take 3 or 4 minutes off the clock here, you get a couple of first downs, you really put Cohasset kind of where they have to go an 80-yard drive and score twice, which is going to be pretty difficult to do.
Once again, let's hear it for the Abington Green Wave.
So,
and under the direction of Mr. Kim.
We expect them to keep it on the ground here, just let the clock run, but you just never know.
You don't.
And for the Abington
Well, there might be the opportunity where you got a 3rd and 6 or something like that.
Kristen Couture.
Handoff right side. That's Simonetti. Simonetti, nice cut. Back up.
6-yard
Field.
pickup.
Yeah.
7-yard pickup. And that's the thing, nice cut there by Simonetti, just diving up and getting the first downs. As you could tell, he cut in inside. You want to stay away from going out of bounds to stop the clock.
Right.
Keep the clock moving.
Again, that's smart playing. It's good coaching. You don't want to step out of bounds and stop the clock unless, you get pushed out.
Right. Or if you dive in for the first down mark or something like that nature. Yeah.
But Abington always playing smart. And if they don't play smart, they hear it from their coaches. So it's not gonna happen the next game. 2nd down and 3, right in front of you on the television screen. I want to thank our cameraman high above Memorial Field. Who's up there? Paul up there? And Dave. Great.
I hand it up right to Nash at the 40, picks up the first down. That's some good blocking there. 52 playing to the whistle. Number 50 for Cohasset, 52 for the Green Wave. Connor O'Donnell.
You bet, one of our captains.
So first down for the Green Wave.
Saw his brother Aiden O'Donnell down here on the field last week, couple of days actually, warming up the baseball arm.
Baseball team had a great season last year.
Boys soccer, I hear, is a team to watch this year. They won 7-0 today.
Over.
I think it was Holbrook.
Holbrook, okay. Oh, good. Congratulations. To
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
All kinds of sports are going on. Volleyball, cross country, girls and boys soccer.
Riley gives to LeBlanc around the left side. LeBlanc
Nice job there.
grabs
by
the ball.
Cohasset.
Yeah, making sure no one's going to pull the ball away from him. Pick up a 1.
Yeah, 57 just came flying across for the tackle there for Cohasset. That's their captain, Declan Lee. Just a 1-yard pickup. Clock ticks under 7 minutes though for the ball game.
Coach is very impressed with their captains, Declan Lee, Ben Joyce, and Teddy Fox. Really, just their leadership and their all-around playing ability. This will be the one and only time we'll see Cohasset this year, and it appears that it's going to be a Green Wave victory. But we still have 6.5 minutes to go. 2nd and 9. Maxwell out wide to the near side. Eye backfield behind Riley. Second man through is LeBlanc. He tripped.
Mike Riley had a nice tackle there.
Yeah, there's a little miscommunication in the backfield. It'll bring up 3rd and 9. Clock continues to roll. I want to thank all the fans. Now listen up, upcoming games. We have the next 2 games are Thursday night games. Next week is Thursday at Apponequet Regional High School, and it's a 6 p.m. start. That's Thursday, whatever the date is, the 14th, I believe.
Next Thursday is the 14th. That's correct.
And then the following week, Thursday, the 21st, is a home game here against Silver Lake High School. That's a regular 7 o'clock start. That's going to be actually our homecoming game. WATD Radio will be here. So Thursday the 14th, away at Apponequet. Thursday the 21st, home against Silver Lake.
Down there, yeah. So it's going to be 4th down.
And then after that, I think we go back to a string of Monday night games. We go at Norwell on Friday the 29th. We're at Sandwich on Friday the 6th of October. We're home against Rockland. Circle your calendars on Friday the 13th. It's an ATD game, I believe.
It's in October?
Yep. And then Friday the 20th, we're at East Bridgewater. And then we ended up the regular season home against Middleborough on October 27th. All the games, football, volleyball, everything is on arbiterlive.com, ARBITER live.com.
Green Wave going for it here, Sean.
4th and 9 at the 39. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man open.
Wide open.
Oh!
I don't know if he lost that in the lights, but he was wide open.
Just threw it to the wrong side. Wow.
Wow, missed opportunity there for sure. Cohasset dodged a bullet too, so they're going to make it pick up over downs at 1st and 10 from the 39.
And those are the things that won't happen in Game 3, Game 4.
He was so wide open. It's, I think it's hard. And he was kind of still running upfield and just kind of thrown on the backside rather than the front side. Cohasset running up to the line of scrimmage here.
Like we said before, sometimes when you're the receiver and you're wide open, the ball's coming down, it's like the hardest ball to catch. And when you're the quarterback throwing to the wide open guy,
I think Abington's calling a timeout here.
It's almost the hardest ball to throw. You tend to either short arm it or, you just think about it too much instead of just letting it go.
I don't know if Abington didn't like what they saw or if they, just want to get some different personnel out on the field.
5:26 on the clock. I want to thank the guys from Abington Cam who do all this work. Without them,
they do a great job.
You wouldn't be able to listen to me and Kevin. How's that? You know what?
Exactly.
What a tragedy that would be. But Kevin Tachi's done a hell of a job since he got hired by the town of Abington. One of our better hire. Actually, the town doesn't actually hire Kevin, but it's a long story. We give him a license to run the cable studio in Abington.
Quasi.
Yeah, it is a quasi-public corporation kind of sort. It's really private, but non-profit. But we digress. Want to just thank Kevin Tachi and all the guys that work under him. And if you are a middle schooler or a high schooler or an adult and you want to know how to do this, if you want to learn how to do play-by-play, if you want to learn how to point the camera and shoot, if you want to do that sideline interview, if you want to do what Ian is doing right now, well, you need like 3 years and a grad degree. But no, Ian is working the laptop. It's really cool what he does. If you want to learn how to do this post-production or do your own talk show, just call the cable studio, get in touch with any of the volunteers. They train you free of charge, and it's an awesome thing to learn. Ball downfield. Oh, in and out of the hands of, I keep forgetting Liam's last name, Liam Appleton.
Abington had 7 guys back, Sean.
What's the best phone number to call if they want to get in touch?
781-616-2950.
You heard it right from the horse's mouth. That was Kevin Tachi. You can also obviously watch any of these games or anything that's taped by Abington Cam by going on abingtoncam.tv on the web. And then you can pull up gazillions of videos. Second down, shotgun. Wildfire looking to throw. Going down the sideline, going to connect with number 13 at the 45-yard line. Riley with the pop along with Maxwell.
Like wildfires.
But you want to keep it in front of you.
Yeah.
Green Wave would get the ball set.
Will Norgett, number 13, with the reception.
And the clock gets going with 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Number 13 came off from Cohasset.
Oh, wow. Hearing from Sights on Sound, Matt Nelson just texted. He couldn't be with us tonight. We hope to have him back in the weeks to come. Setting up a screen here in the near side. And going to be taken down short of the first down.
Well, that's an example where, when you're on Cohasset, rather than getting the 2 or 3 extra yards, you get out of bounds.
Yeah.
The Green Bay player kind of slipped. I think he read it. He just slipped as he went to cut to run back to help out on the screen coverage. Number 51 for the Green Wave. And he just slipped and fell in his coverage. So he undercurred it. A nice job of reading it.
Maxwell and Pease were on the tackle on that one. 4 minutes, 22 seconds to go. Ball's loose on the ground, and they're going to jump on it.
Yeah, he's going to use a timeout here.
He's not. He's getting him right out on the line of scrimmage.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 7 now. Moves it back.
Wow. A lot of good things have to happen for Cohasset right now. Abington switching up their roster of men out there.
They only have 10, too.
Wildfire with a heavy blitz coming from the backside. Simonetti. Wildfire still on his feet, being chased. And now puts it up in the air.
He's out of bounds.
And it's picked off, I believe, by the Green Wave.
Green Wave has it. Yeah. I think he stepped out of bounds. The runner.
I do too.
He was out of bounds over there on that right side.
Outstanding coverage by LeBlanc leads to an interception by LeBlanc down at the 4-yard line.
Great catch there by LeBlanc.
It was.
Well, hopefully we can put this game to bed, Sean. Get a couple of first downs, just run the clock.
Yep, 3:38 on the clock. That was great defense, sticking with the guy. And I don't blame Wildfire for going for it because you have to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, you have to get 2 scores. And that's when we say the clock is your friend, right? I mean, like you got to put pressure on him. They got to make plays, and you're not going to have too many opportunities to throw the ball downfield like that and maybe get a quick score, and then you still have 4 minutes on the clock.
Certainly takes the wind out of Cohasset Skippers' sails, if you know what I mean.
Yep, but the Green Wave definitely has the end zone and right up against their backs as they get the ball here at the first and goal. I mean, first and from the 4.
Riley into the huddle. Again, great job by the Abington Green Wave linemen on both sides of the ball tonight. Really just, controlling the line of scrimmage when they needed to.
I don't know what
whistle blown. Motion. So that's going to go halfway to the distance. We'll bring it back to the 2. Want to once again thank our chain gang crew. Dan Reardon, Steve McGuire, and Adam Nash.
Yep. So they start the clock, though, right?
And Steve Wakeland.
You start the clock there? No.
No, they're going to start on, what is this? There was a penalty?
Is a penalty, yes. Let's stop the ball. The clock stops. So it's 3:36 to go here in the game. Abington's at the 2.
12 to the Green Wave.
Hand off to Solomini going around the left side. Solomini puts his shoulder down, gets it up to about the 5-yard line. The sophomore running back.
Yeah, nice job there of kind of creating the contact.
Yeah.
He's still staying in bounds. Looks like things might be getting a little chippy down there.
I like that. Ryan's like, I'm not going to wait for you to hit me. I'm going to hit you.
Yeah, I mean, that Green Wave has definitely done that all night long. They've really taken the ball to him. So it gets out to past the 5. So it's going to be second and about 8.
Good first game for the Green Wave.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'm glad to see, the Green Wave really kind of get this one under their belt. Still got 3 minutes to go here, but, you saw some really good things, some things they need to work on.
Yep.
I mean, the passing
wasn't
game.
A perfect game.
The passing game, like a lot of connections just missed, and I think, if you clean that up, I mean, it would have been a much crisper game here for the Green Wave, but you got to like what you saw on defense. You saw some good glimpses on offense, too. So once again, here he goes.
Yep, Solomini around the left end.
So it's going to be third down. As we go down now, they're going to call a timeout. Cohasset is, I believe, on this.
Ryan Solomini on the carry for the Green Wave, brought down by the Skippers number 10, John Shen.
So 9:23, 2:34 to go. Is a penalty flag down? It looks like that might be against Cohasset, is it?
Holding
against Green Wave? Okay. It looked like he was signaling to the...
holding.
I think he was giving the number of the
player.
Offending player to the Abington coaches.
So stays second down. Yeah. This is strategy, though, Sean. You get a penalty, keep the play. Take time off the clock, right?
Right. 2:34, second and 10, right? At about the 4.
Yeah.
LeBlanc checking back in for the Green Wave.
I don't throw the ball at all here, Sean, even if like third and 10. I think you just keep the ball on the ground and you boot it out of there.
Simonetti in the I backfield behind Mason Nash. Simonetti got it, trying to get around the right side. Simonetti cutting up.
Nice job.
Here
he goes.
There he
goes.
Simonetti's going down the side on the 40. Across the 50, looking back, sniffs out a man all the way up to the 37-yard line. Ryan Simonetti, the senior running back, bursts down the near sideline.
Wow, what a great play, great blocking. You just saw that team was able to come up, and, we're talking about a great sophomore class here, and he's part of that. Number 2.
Up to the 37.
Nice job. Kind of knew the guy was catching him, running a little bit out of gas there on that long run.
So that big run by Simonetti gives the Green Wave great field position now in Cohasset territory.
You could just pretty much knee it on this point, John, right? I mean,
20-7 lead with only 2 minutes to go. Green Wave
going to
one
victory
in control.
formation. victory formation for the Green Wave, and that's a huge play.
They pitch left side LeBlanc. LeBlanc puts his head down, goes up towards the 35-yard line.
Cohasset, I know they have a couple timeouts, right? See if they use them.
Number 7, Jack Cullinan.
I think they may have warmed up the bus, got the air conditioning going.
Exactly. Yeah, at this point, it's muggy.
One of the guys is cramping up.
Yeah, you don't want any more of that either, because, you don't want someone to get hurt. Oh, good job by the Green Wave tonight, really. Yeah. I think, because the first half it could have gone either way. Second half, they really came out and dominated play the second half. I think that, you got to have the good fortune of getting that 7 on the board early with that, touchdown return on the punt.
Yeah, and I think one thing they got to work on doing, in the years that they've been successful, is when they come out scoring early in the game, and then they score right before the half. So they get at least 2 or 3 touchdowns in that first half. You're putting the other guys up against the wall. But really, that first half was nothing but that punt return.
Right.
As far as scoring goes. To your point, though, there were a couple of passes that just missed their connections.
Right.
Things like that are going to get cleaned up.
Yeah, we saw some glimpses, and I think, you saw that the last drive in the second half that, things, they started to, gel a little bit there, getting a little bit better rhythm. But they had the penalty bug, and they cleaned that up at halftime, and they really came out strong in the second half and looked great the second half.
Ball to 34. This will be the last play of the game. Maxwell out wide to the far side. Riley under center, hands off right up the middle. That's Duggan. Duggan inside the 25, gets the first down to the 24
game. Congratulations to Coach Kell and starting off successfully on his 50th season with a big victory.
It is a great way to start the 50th year on the sidelines. Coach James Kelliher.
Oh, you got to give Cohasset credit. They're a tough team. They've got some talent over on that side of the ball, so they're a worthy opponent tonight as well. So great job by both teams.
Kevin, thank you for doing the game once again. It's always a pleasure to see your ugly face.
Thank you, Sean.
Hear your wonderful voice. Want to thank again the guys from Abington Cam, Chris Nagel, all the guys up here in the booth. A lot of people put this in to help make this work, but most importantly, all the fans that come here to support these student athletes.
So congratulations to the Green Wave, Coach Kell, and I'll tell you, thank you to the Abington Camp. Great job, and all the volunteers.
So the final score from Abington Memorial Field here in the 2023 season opener and the start of the 50th year of Coach Kelliher's legacy: Abington 20, Cohasset 7. We will see you next week on Thursday night, 6 o'clock at Apponequet Regional High School for more Green Wave football action. Thanks for tuning in.